All right, finally, yeah.
Wow, whoa, hey, there he is.
You got to milk that teat a little bit, right at the beginning there, you know. A little foreplay on the podcast, right, man?
Like a little teaser.
Boston, you know, they knew how to do it. You do the foreplay before you really kick the jam out.
Right.
You gotta build the atmosphere. Yeah, I think it was, man. That's right, man. You know, you gotta really make them want it, right? Kind of like who was the guy who talked through the guitar? Peter Frampton.
Fuck that guy, dude.
He rocks that bass line and kind of, you know, teases talking through the guitar before he really starts to say nothing through the guitar. You know, you got all that tech to talk through the guitar. Dude never really said anything interesting through the guitar.
What does a guitar have to say, you know?
I mean, back before you talked through the guitar used to do the talking for itself, right? By speaking the language of music.
That had to be 80s. He's 80s?
Yeah, the cocaine and the technology converged and it produced the 80s. That's really what happened for us. Yeah,
terrible time. Terrible time for everything. Terrible time for everything.
That's right, man. Yeah, terrible time indeed. Maybe even now, are we in World War III? Did we agree yet on this? Because I know with the Strait of Hormuz, by the way, I think the legacy media paid attention to my complaint not too long ago. How can we drop the and all that nonsense? Strait of Hormuz, I noticed. Thank you, legacy media. Yeah, no bullshit with the back of throat gargling of yeah, dude.
Hummus.
Exactly, man. No, we're all in on the westernization of Strait of Hormuz. I see that they figured out we're going to be talking about this place for a while now, so let's make it easier for everybody to really trust.
Just like the island of Karag or whatever.
Karag,
Nobody's even trying.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's how you know we're in the long haul here. They're not messing around with the Turk-Gaye on this one. We're going all in on the American version, right?
Right. No, I don't know, man. Trump said it's almost over. I think
really? All right, man.
Yeah, he put out a tweet, said they better open the strait.
Well, yeah, that's right. They have 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
48 hours. Yeah.
That's right, man.
I like that ticking clock. This guy is just an entertainer, if not anything else.
Great call, dude. Yes, man.
He knows how to build the suspense. I'm going to do the ticking clock. You know what I mean? He's entertaining. Are you not entertained?
Yes. You know what? He needs to do his next press conference with that 24-hour ticking clock in the corner of the screen, right?
Like the show, yeah.
And maybe even box off a shot of Kiefer Sutherland just running through the streets with a cell phone in his hand, you know, just to add a little drama to it, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. I love the 48-hour countdown. I love it.
Good call. I didn't even really consider that aspect, but you're right on the money. The man is just, even with nuclear Armageddon hanging in the balance, he's like, let's entertain them a little bit here, right? Let's.
Whoa. We might end the world, but let's put on a show. Come on, people. Put on a show.
Oh, man.
All of this is just to rub it in the face of the NBC directors that didn't want to re-up The Apprentice.
Right. Oh, great call. Yeah.
Remember, a lot of people don't remember his whole reason he became president is because they wouldn't give him more money for the next season of Apprentice. So he held a rally to show the producers how popular he was, and the rally was such a success, he decided to actually run for president.
It's amazing, man. I got you on that one. I thought also Obama humiliating Trump at the White House Correspondents' Press meeting or whatever, or dinner.
Well, he always talked about it.
Right. Yeah.
But he never really thought nobody ever really thought it was possible. But I forgot who the guy was. The guy who ran his campaign the first time.
Well, Roger Stone has been telling Trump to run since the 80s, actually. Very famously.
But it was somebody who, after they saw that rally, They were like, "You could actually do this."
Right. Yeah.
I forgot
I
who
don't know.
it was.
It's weird the spin from the legacy media over the past 10 years. It's almost been long enough to be effective in the way that they intended, which is they've erased 30 years worth of Trump being a pop culture icon. I mean,
I know, and a Democrat.
yeah, but also his theme song to The Apprentice, a show that was beloved by the American culture.
Beloved.
Literally, Trump dancing to the song "Money" with just money raining down upon him, you know. And his catchphrase was "You're fired." I mean, that was the greatest show on earth, man. But yeah, great song.
Not a good show. I didn't like it, but
I mean, I didn't either, but it was a hit. You can't
hit.
deny it was a hit. So Trump threatening to quote unquote obliterate Iran in 48 hours if they don't open up the Strait of Hormuz, right?
Can I just lay down my unpopular opinion here?
Absolutely. That's what the whole show is about.
Mike's
unpopular opinions from Mike.
From the blubber.
That's right. Hey, do you support Hamas and hate Israel? Mike's your guy right now. You're going to love this.
I think we should just drop the nuke, man. Hear me out.
Excuse me?
Wow. I'll be honest, Mike, we've been doing this for a while, and I've known you for a long time. You're my brother. Did not see that one coming. I'm saying right now.
Hear me out, man. Hear me out.
I'm really excited for this, actually. Yeah.
These people are never gonna stop. I don't think. And whoever takes over is gonna be worse than the last guy. That's how it always happens.
These people, as in Iran, you mean, is never gonna
Iranians.
stop.
They're all the whole country's terrible. Let's just get rid of it. Drop the nuke. One, it'll make them surrender. For sure.
Well, what's left? What's left? Yeah.
I mean, that's the best part. No! And two, we're kind of like that bully that hasn't been in a fight in a long time, and all these little guys are starting to think they could step up. It'd be nice to just kind of show the world. You guys all remember our 1940s atomic bomb. Wait till you see what we got 2026. You know what I'm saying? This isn't going to be you rebuild your city and now you're the most advanced city in the world like Japan.
Right.
This is going to be nothing could live here for 10,000 years, I imagine.
Except our robots that can mine your oil. Right, that's we'll have our
obviously
that's the Tesla robots. Right?
Actually, you're gonna see the atomic cloud and the shockwave is gonna go around the oil field. So it's gonna have like nanoparticles.
And Trump will then admit that they can modify the weather and the climate, right? And they're like, yeah, we turned on the heat lamps there and just pushed the nuke cloud in one direction, right? Which, by the way, all week been preparing. I had a whole thing on chemtrails and geoengineering, and then me and Emma got sunburned yesterday, and I threw the whole thing into the trash. I was like, "Oh, we'll talk about it next week."
You should see, we were laughing so hard because we're in the Midwest spring right now, and those that don't know, Midwest spring is like you just bring everything to work because you don't know what you're gonna need throughout the day. It literally could be 65 in the morning and 20 in the afternoon. That's what we're going through today. It was 65 degrees when I woke up. It's down to 40. It's going down. It's gonna be 30 by tonight. Anyways, we were laughing the other day because if you're working on a construction site, you're in the Midwest and it's springtime, you will hear a guy in one day proclaim that it's too cold to work and then too hot to work.
Yeah, man. In the same 6-hour time frame, right? Yeah.
8 hours, dude.
Yeah, it's totally believable, especially out there, man. The wind. I think it's all about the wind, dude. And once that wind picks up, it grabs that chill, that northern chill out of Wisconsin, man. Brutal, dude. Right down that. We were
by the lake the other day.
The lake, dude. Exactly, dude. Yes.
Dude, it's so funny. I had to go to Cicero to pick up a pump, and when I got out of my van in Cicero, I was like sweating. I'm like, oh my god, it was 15 degrees warmer in Cicero than it was the South Shore.
Man, it's crazy, dude. Yeah, Chicago's it's a funky town, honestly, man. But back to your point with the nuclear Armageddon you're proposing, I find that to be an interesting move.
Whoa. I didn't say Armageddon.
Well, here's the deal, though.
It's one bomb. Who's gonna...
Well, theoretically, once
it's
you
one bomb.
unleash the first nuke, you then unleash the other nukes from the other players, and that's when you
No.
get MAD, MAD, mutually assured destruction there, my man. We all know how that plays out.
That's why I think this is perfect. Clearly, nobody gives a fuck about Iran. China's not stepping up. Russia's not stepping up. They got no allies.
Well, CNN had to play that clip. They had to show that MAGA has, they're behind Trump 100%, apparently, according to their own polling. I don't know if you saw that floating around there, but apparently they're alleging that the MAGA community and Trump's supporters are 100% behind everything he's doing right now. That this is actually America first, this whole dismantling of Iran.
That's not what I hear. Maybe like Ben Shapiro.
Right. I don't know a lot about it, but maybe you know more than I do. But allegedly, this is kind of the idea that if we're going to establish some sort of Middle East peace on any level, we got to kind of cut the head off the snake or the octopus or whatever it is. And Iran could potentially be that octopus. Being the alleged financer of all of these sub-terrorist groups, claiming Iran's the reason you're getting all this funding to Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis. Don't even think about the fact that our own CIA is probably financing half these organizations and the MI6, right?
We know already. It's so crazy.
But they're saying they're saying we got to do the Strait of Hormuz coalition, man. I guess that's what has to happen. I saw Japan is behind Trump. France, Germany, Italy, the UK, the Netherlands, and Canada issued a joint statement saying, hey, we got to put together a coalition to reopen the Hormuz. It's all about the money, man. And they want that oil, dude.
I don't think we could have done it without Canada. They joined the... Jesus Christ.
No, they just got to jump on board the train so they don't get tariffed by Trump once he does get the oil.
That's all it is.
He's ultimately getting the oil. That's what's going to happen.
None of them were agreeing until they realized we were winning the war.
Yes, exactly, man.
Now that we're winning the war, everybody's going to jump in.
I think he's going to bail on NATO, and now they're freaking out and starting to kiss his boot a little bit because they need Trump and the U.S. behind their...
They need our money.
Behind their proxy war they're waging in Ukraine. You know,
they need our military.
They need our military. They need our Space Force connections, right? But I do like your idea, dude. You say nuclear bomb, like a mini guy, tactical nuke. I think they like to call those.
No. I'm saying drop a big boy.
The behemoth?
Big Bertha? I say level Tehran. First of all, terrible name of a city. Just the name Tehran is like, it's so close to terrorist. You know what I mean?
Very close.
It's just like sounds evil. Tehran.
Right.
You know, like I say level it to the ground. One bomb, show the world what we're actually capable of. You know, we haven't been able to flex since the 40s. It's been 80 years, you know?
All right, man. I'm down with it, I guess. Not really, actually. I'm not really big on the nuke bombs, to be totally honest. But it does seem like we're either going to go there or what we've been saying for a long time right now, which is boots on the ground, man. We're going to get the boots on the ground, right?
I don't think so. I think I would say boots on the ground is for sure if it wasn't the midterm elections coming up.
Right.
I think that's the only thing that's going to save the troops.
That we need to win an election in the fall.
We need an election, yeah. No boots on the ground.
So maybe you're right on the money with the incoming nuke. Maybe that's what needs to happen to, end this quickly. Won't. Let's get into midterm mode here, right?
They won't do it, but I just think we should.
All right.
It wouldn't even be a nuke, right? It'd be a hydrogen bomb.
I don't know. I don't know how we do it now in the military. You're kind of the military guy here.
No, this is above my level, man. I was a mechanic. I always tell people I was a truck mechanic in a country we legally couldn't drive the trucks.
Wow. Yes. It's good. They compartmentalize everything. I like how they do it there, man.
Played a lot of dominoes, spades.
So it was Albert Einstein, I believe, who said, I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, But World War IV will be fought with the sticks and stones. So I think you're just kind of playing into this whole prophetic future that we all foresee, man.
You're the one saying it's World War III. I'm saying we're not even close to World War III. Whoever's calling this World War III, there's no big players in the game, right?
Right. Maybe. I don't know.
Who are the big players? Where's China? Where's Russia? Where's India?
I noticed that from just the way the legacy media is kind of portraying this. They keep saying or trying to push the idea that the U.S. is running out of ammunitions. We're out of ammo, man. Dude, right? Have you noticed this kind of?
Dude, I love this. So this one guy broke it down this way. Imagine Iran killed Donald Trump. J.D. Vance was wounded, missing a leg, and in a coma. They killed Chuck Schumer. They killed Nancy Pelosi. Right. They obliterated our Navy and our Air Force. Would you say we were winning?
No, I really wouldn't, actually. I would.
And in retaliation, we killed 13 Iranian soldiers.
Yeah, I got you on that one. I think we would be maybe losing this war.
I would rather be in the position we're in than the position they're in.
All right, well, the Pentagon actively weighing additional U.S. troops to be deployed. They're saying, let's say, right now there's roughly 50,000 already there, and they're talking about sending the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, which is another 2,500 Marines.
Yeah.
And then the war kind of got a little serious this weekend. Apparently, Iran shot a rocket to my favorite secret island that used to never exist until now it exists.
Excuse me?
I love how this island did not exist. People, I can't stress this enough. This wasn't on maps. It did not exist. Diego Garcia, a joint U.S.-UK island, an atoll, if you will, in the Pacific Ocean. Or no, it's in the Pacific, right? If I'm not mistaken here.
No. Is that the Pacific?
It's in the Indian Ocean. My mistake here. Yeah. So the UK confirmed that Iran launched an unsuccessful ballistic missile attack on the joint US-UK military base there in Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean.
Joke's on them. It's not even there. I don't even know what they were aiming at. No! What idiots.
I love this island. Now, they're saying, first of all, because the missile allegedly can hit the island, now it can hit London, Paris, France, your underpants, everywhere in between. It's going to hit everybody.
What's really funny is Trump was saying that was one of the reasons we were going in, is because they have these missiles that could hit all these cities. Everybody was like, no, there's no evidence. That was a big talking point on the left. There's no evidence. That guy even quit his job. He resigned, Kent.
Yeah, the dude who's definitely not a psyop, who works for the CIA, who immediately, in 5 hours after his resignation, it was announced he was going to appear on Tucker Carlson, the other guy who definitely doesn't work for the CIA. Dude, literally 5 hours.
Joe Rogan in 2 weeks, dude, and then Sean Ryan.
Oh, yeah, exactly, man. He'll do the CIA circuit, and then eventually, Nick Fuentes will talk about how this guy isn't America first, and there'll be some sort of feud between Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens over it, I imagine. And they'll make the whole story about themselves, and nobody will talk about the actual story, right?
Of course.
Diego Garcia, scary, for anyone out there not familiar with the legend of Diego Garcia, it's one of my favorite conspiracy theories of all time. It came out in the early aughts, before social media really took hold, in the early days, the infancy of the internet and the dark corners and dark web of the conspiracy corners there. But Diego Garcia allegedly was the place where the military landed the actual planes with the passengers on 9/11. They executed the passengers, and then they flew either similar looking drones equipped with bombs into the Twin Towers to get the spectacular explosions that happened, or they equipped the original planes with the bombs and flew them without the passengers in them via drone capability into the Twin Towers. And that's how you got your 9/11 spectacular story. Now, the bombs exploded, you got the imagery and all that jazz, but the real action happened when they unleashed the direct energy weapons and dustified the buildings in front of our eyes, right? Yeah. So
yeah, Diego Garcia.
we were discussing about a week ago how they need to do the reverse 9/11 and they need some sort of false flag to justify the actions of what's going on in Iran because it doesn't look good to preemptively just start bombing the crap out of a city like Tehran. And the imagery isn't that great. And also the volleying back of bombs from Iran and their ballistic missiles and everything that's going on. I mean, they're causing a lot of damage in what usually is a high tourist vacation spot like the UAE, and Qatar apparently is getting rocked by a lot of these bombs.
But they're not even touching us. The closest they could come to touching us is an island that doesn't exist.
Exactly. No, but I think what we're witnessing with this Diego Garcia, the island that used to never exist, which now all of a sudden exists, we're totally admitting it, right? Well, it's a very convenient location distance-wise to maybe pull off a false flag without actually killing a lot of people with a false flag, right? This is like a phantom false flag. Like,
right.
Oh, we just saw Iran bomb Diego Garcia, an island that didn't used to exist, but now it does. And oh my God, now they can hit London or Paris. So
Right, how close did it get to Diego? They shot it down, and they're just saying the trajectory.
I don't know. Do we even know who shot it? Do we believe these assholes telling us that Iran shot this bullet or this weapon in the first place? No, I don't. Okay, I think they need a false flag. Trump and whoever's in charge right now doesn't have the cojones, though. In messy situations and times like this where you need a real false flag to kill a bunch of innocent American lives, it takes balls to be a dick, and you got to be a real dick, like Dick Cheney, to pull off something like this. You know what I'm saying? You got to be
Darth Vader himself,
a real fucking dick to really pull off a move like a false flag, like 9/11. And I just don't think
3,000 people.
Yeah, I don't think those kind of cojones exist in this kind of administration right now. You know what I'm saying? So instead,
good call.
Iran shot a bomb at this island that doesn't really exist in an atoll and in the Indian Ocean. You don't even know where it is, right? And but look out. This is why we invaded them, because they could have bombed England this whole time, right? Okay, fine. You got your justification, your phony baloney, non-false flag, false flag. Somebody call Don Rumsfeld. Let's get some real action.
Yeah.
Convince me enough to where we're cheering for Trump when he throws out that first pitch at the Yankees game in a month. You know what I'm saying?
You got to give it to Bush. He knew how to surround himself with psychopaths. I mean, they would do anything and everything for a buck, you know?
That's why people keep saying, oh, this isn't America first. The neocons have taken over. And I'm thinking, are you sure? Because if this were the neocons I remember from the early 2000s, I mean, we would have already had a couple towers fall into the ground in some of the major cities by this point, right? I'm talking about the Rumsfelds and the Cheneys over there. The guys who know how to really pull the trigger, you know?
I mean, how fast were we boots on the ground in Iraq? Which made no sense.
I can't believe you nutjobs on the left celebrated Dick Cheney like a fucking hero when he died a couple months ago. You maniacs, you TDS maniacs.
Because he said Trump was an asshole or something. Like, it was crazy.
Because he claimed he voted for Hillary Clinton or whatever it was. Biden.
So crazy. Right? So crazy. Dick Cheney.
I mean, we now culturally fully accept that at the very least, Cheney and Rumsfeld knew the Twin Towers were coming down and just let it happen.
At best. At best.
Best case scenario, they let it happen. Think about that, man. And then the alternatives just get worse from there. You know?
It gets very dark.
The spectrum is they let it happen to check out this direct energy weapon we got. We're going to dustify this sucker.
Well, we didn't have that until 2026, Frank.
Right, dude.
Don't look at the Savannah syndrome cases. And, yeah.
Totally nuts, man. So, yeah. Good times had by all. I don't know what's going on with this Iran situation. I've been saying since day one, Venezuela, Iran, at some point, what time is it? Did we invade Cuba yet? Or we're gonna knock out Cuba in 5 seconds, dude.
Why are we invading Cuba?
I mean, I don't know, but somebody please, for the love of God, stop Greta Thunberg before she gets there and gets raped and jailed by the Cubans, right?
I mean, I didn't even know Cuba had minerals. What are we doing? Where's Lindsey Graham?
No, dude. I again think this is some neocon level strategery against China and Russia. I think that's what this has everything to do with. I mean, I know the Strait of Hormuz, it is a big deal for a lot of the European and Asian countries when it comes to oil. Did you see Trump kickstarted a shutdown pipeline in California this week against Gavin Newsom? And then Gavin Newsom now, the only thing he can do is sue Trump. And at this point, my God, who isn't suing Trump? I mean, the state of Colorado has like 20 active lawsuits against Donald Trump and his administration.
I'm sure we're in there too, man. Come on.
Get in line, Newsom, with your retarded little lawsuit. In the meantime, we're going to drill, baby, drill. That's what this guy ran on, man. So,
Gavin Newsom, it's $8 in your state.
I know, dude.
It hit $8 a gallon in your fucking state. You should be thinking, you should be kissing his feet. Am I missing something here? You guys are the fucking people that don't stop talking about the underprivileged. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The lower middle class.
Absolutely,
nothing hurts the lower middle class more than gas prices.
Yes. No, that directly influences everything we do below the elite class. If you're part of the 99%, which is all of us, we are deeply affected by these prices, man. Yes,
That's
dude.
Crazy.
But in the meantime, I think what we need to focus on mostly is that whatever's going on in the Middle East from a business perspective or from a geopolitical and war perspective or even neocon strategery to take out China, all that aside, there is this underlying religious element where they got the heifers on the mountaintop. They want to destroy the temple. You know what I'm saying? That both sides, by the way, the Muslim side and the Jewish side,
terrible.
They want the end times, man. They want this insane biblical war to unfold. And that's why it's a little unnerving when who I still believe the AI of Bibi Netanyahu went on TV this week, because we all know he's dead. This is AI Bibi going out there, decides to say, Jesus who? He's got nothing on Genghis Khan, Mike. Nothing on Genghis Khan, man. Come on, dude. Unbelievable.
Maybe you guys just shouldn't talk about Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. You're staging World War 3, 4, 6. Who cares? And you're talking about destroying temples and killing and sacrificing heifers. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Or before this, I never even heard of this kind of cow before, or whatever it is. So
the red heifer.
The red heifer. Yeah, man. Where's who's the guy who ran Playboy? Hugh Hefner. Does this have any relation to where's the Hugh Hefner in all of this, man?
I know nobody listens to this podcast, but if anybody is who's out there saying the line, "We won in Gaza." First of all,
dude, Trump is saying we won Iran already.
What did you win though? Trump won. The rich people won. They used our tax dollars to level this whole part of a country, and then they're going to use our tax dollars to rebuild it into a resort for the elite. We will never get to go.
No, we will never. Mara Gaza, of course, we'll never get to see it. No.
So who won? We didn't win. We lost.
Right.
We lost. The Palestinians lost. Everybody lost.
Yeah, everybody has lost. We're all going to lose in the end. Yeah, absolutely, man.
It's the 1%. They always win. They're the house.
They are the house. They win always. Absolutely, man. You want to hear Bibi do the Jesus con?
Yeah, might as well.
Are you down with it? It's pretty creepy.
This guy needs to go, man. The only reason he's still in power is because they're not having the election during the war.
He was supposed to go to jail for highly criminal activity, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. At this point, though, Bibi Netanyahu, Antichrist? Can we all agree on that? At the very bottom level, this guy's an Antichrist on some level.
I don't know. They said the Antichrist would be like super nice. And nobody believes this guy's nice.
No, well,
he's the Jewish Putin.
The Bible explicitly states multiple times in the New Testament that there will be many Antichrist. In fact, at the writing of the Bible, they claim the Antichrist was alive and well in multiple variations, and it's just a denier of Christ. And the Jews, I mean, Ben Shapiro's an Antichrist. He mocks Jesus, and we've all seen the clips and all that stuff. So I think he believe Mary was a whore and Jesus was.
I don't think he ever said that. I don't know. Right. Maybe.
Look, I don't want to get the Candace Owens treatment from Ben Shapiro. Yeah, all right, we have like 5 listeners. I don't want to destroy that. He's gonna call his handlers a Mossad. They're gonna destroy our algorithm, man. It's gonna be terrible for us.
They already did.
Oh man, so I got Bibi here. We'll take a listen. He's getting creepier by the day, and we talked about it a while back. Every time Trump was doing good on some level, Bibi Netanyahu would show up at the White House, then we'd start bombing some Middle Eastern country out of nowhere. So this guy, here he is. He's getting down and dirty with some. He's talking about an author, by the way. I can't remember the exact fella. It was a Will Durant quote, historian Will Durant. So. It's from the book Lessons of History, and that's what he was quoting. So he wasn't besmirching or being blasphemous about Jesus for his Christian brethren. He was just kind of quoting, Mike.
Very brief, 100-page book, in which he said, well, history proves that, unfortunately and unhappily, Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. Because if you are...
he was just quoting, but look at that smirk on this guy's face, man, when he says it.
Strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good. Aggression will overcome moderation. So you have no choice. If you look at the world as...
Okay, maybe I take back the Antichrist. I think he might be Satan himself, actually, Mike. I'm not kidding. This might actually be Satan in the flesh, dude.
Like right there, somebody raised their hand. Gets Mr. Bibi, are you Genghis Khan in this analogy? Is that what you're saying? You're trying to say we need to be Genghis Khan in this analogy? Or what's going on here?
It seems like you're Genghis in this whole thing, right? Do we have that at least clear?
I'm sorry. I'll do respect. Mr. Khan. What is going on here?
Wow, man.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
We got to be more evil. Yes. Evil will overcome. If we're good, the evil will overcome us.
Well, just take a look at the last couple of years. He's not doing a lot of loving of thy neighbor, right? With Lebanon and Gaza, right? So not a lot of loving of thy neighbor. A lot of Genghis Khan-like activity, though, when you think of what happened in the Gaza Strip.
It says it right there in the Torah. Love thy neighbor unless they're a dick.
Right.
It's not his fault that they're all being dicks,
Yeah, man. So I think, he might be Genghis Khan.
As it is today. You have to be blind not to see that the democracies led by the United States have to reassert their will to defend themselves and to oppose their enemies in time while there's still time, before the jarring gong of danger.
Dude, he's smiling ear to ear like he can't control himself,
okay,
dude.
Let's cut there. Bibi, that was great. Let's do another take. No smile.
Yeah. Can you stop pinching your nipples while you're doing this? It's giving off the wrong impression, my man.
We can see your erection. We know you get to kill a lot of people and make a lot of money, and that's your 2 favorite things.
Can we redo that take? Good stuff. Lindsay, can we get you out of the podium, please? We know what's going on under there. Bibi cannot hide his excitement. Lindsay, out of the podium. Holy cow, dude. It's him and Lindsey Graham, and we haven't seen Michael Bolton in a month. He's probably comatose from orgasming too hard. I mean, this is like these neocons, dude. Oh, dude, they like...
It's so
like, is that blood in the air mixed with bombs? Oh my god, yes. They like love like death. Money. Yes, dude. It's so gross, man.
Wakes them up and wakes them up too late. This is where we are now. The fact that people don't see that, the fact that a lot of the news media are harking on a lot of fake news, but also a lot of
yes, dude.
a lot of short-sightedness. and do not see the historic period and the historic struggle that we are engaged in now, doesn't obviate these truths.
All right, says the devil himself. And as I like to say, get thee behind me, Bibi, should be the new saying of our modern era. Honestly, this guy is absolutely
Get him out of there,
evil.
Put him in jail. Lock him up.
At this point, if this continues, who will have more people tallied under their kill list? Genghis Khan or Bibi Netanyahu, right? It might be neck and neck at some point in the future here, man.
To be fair, though, he's only being evil to get rid of evil, Frank. And then as soon as the evil's gone, he's going to go back to being good.
Right. He good call. Yes. That's right, man. It's a tough list, though. I think at some point when we do add up all the people killed by Bibi Netanyahu, the spectrum will have to start somewhere with Charlie Kirk. And ends it'll end over here with the Hezbollah pager incident where he, and everything in between that zone, I think, will kind of give us a clear picture.
I mean, if you listen to this guy talk over the years, it's the old saying, if everywhere you go smells like shit, check your shoe. Because Bibi Netanyahu and Ben Shapiro has said it 100 times about every country in the region. We're like, listen, if Israel puts their guns down, they will be executed. If Palestine puts their guns down, there will be peace. If Iran puts their guns down, there will be peace. Okay, so you just have a problem with the Palestinians, the Iranians, the Egyptians, the Lebanese, the Saudis. I'm starting to think it's you. You know what I mean?
I have a long clip. I'm not going to play it, but it's from Jacob de Rothschild, who recently passed last year. He's one of the more prominently known Rothschild family members, and he's famously the archetype for Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. He looks identical. We've looked at the pictures of him, but he did an interview like 15, 20 years ago where a BBC crew went to his house and they took a look at the Balfour Agreement, which was the document that basically was an agreement between the elites of the era in the early 1900s where they declared, we're going to take this chunk of land in Palestine and make it the Jewish settlement. And we're declaring that now, and nobody else can have a say. We're coming in and we're going to take it over. And then that led to where we are now, basically, with Bibi Netanyahu saying, well, that sliver ended up not being enough, so we're going to keep taking more and more of it, and now we're taking Lebanon, and let's knock out Iran over here, and watch yourself, Saudi Arabia. Nobody is safe in this modern
I'm no fan of the Muslims either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Look, we've been sticking by this since day one, since October 7th, when everybody decided to lose their minds and don their kafifas. Yeah, apparently all liberal people in America had a kafifa stashed away in their closet. And they're like, time to dust this bad boy off again. All right, man. It's kafifa season, right? But we've been saying since day one, since October 7th, since this schism has happened in American culture, which is, look, when it comes to the Jews or the Muslims, one of these groups does not jive with Western civilization. Like literally... Here's the thing with Iran, by the way. Their motto, like their national saying, is death to America. I think maybe we don't get along on the same page.
It's just a saying. It's just a saying, I've been told. Come on.
It's up there with river to the sea, right?
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it means absolutely nothing. So Bibi Netanyahu apparently died a week ago, and they put out this clearly AI-generated video of him buying some coffee there in Tel Aviv. They're claiming he's left-handed. Why would he grab the cup with the right? But there he is, proving he has 5 fingers, unlike the original video that went viral for saying or claiming he had multiple fingers. Now everybody is saying this is clearly an AI-generated video of Bibi.
I don't think he's dead, man. Evil doesn't die.
Well, they're saying a lot of issues with that one. Like people very clearly
Remember Putin was supposed to die of cancer like 6 years ago?
I thought he did die, actually, if I'm not mistaken, right?
What happened?
I don't know, but I love how there's so many rumors going out that Bibi has to keep showing up on X. And he keeps putting out videos here. He He's got another one here where he decided, okay, no one believed that last one where I got the coffee, so here he is with his daughters, apparently. They're hanging out in the mountainside. You know what I noticed? No chemtrails in Tel Aviv there in Israel. I think I know who's behind the chemtrails, my man. Yeah, that's right, dude. I got it here somewhere. The Jews!
There you go. Gotta give them what they deserve.
That's right, dude. We knew it all along. It actually
the daughter on the right inherited Bibi's hairline.
That's right, man. Not a good look. Not a good look. They're claiming Bibi is alive and well. Then Mike Huckabee was there, and he met with Bibi, and then eagle-eyed sleuths on the interwebs noticed that his ear had some anomalies going on there. So they're still saying, "Hey, man, I don't know. I think we're rocking an AI Bibi here." I don't know. I don't care. I just love that that's where we're at now in this modern era. We don't even trust this guy's alive, so we're going to default to that's AI, and we're going to find every little thing we see that's wrong with this video to say, nope, that's an AI. Prove to me he's alive now, and that's good. I think as a society, we need to be in the prove he's alive to me phase. That's
the
where we
burden
need
of
to
proof
be.
is on you.
Yes, man. No, I want to see you interacting with a real human being, taking questions in real time. Let me see the earlobes. Show me the earlobes. Fingers, all 5. All right,
you gotta
okay.
do this. Pull on the skin. I want to see if it's a mask.
We're gonna get to the point with the Krusty the Clown where he has to prove he has like the pacemaker scar to prove it's actually Krusty, right? Like, let me see the scar, Bibi. All right, okay, for now,
maybe.
right?
That's terrible. Speaking of mistaken identities, huh?
Story of the year. Story of the year. I'm reading your Psycho. I was literally looking for the article, everything. Who cares about World War III, man? We got
old news.
No,
old news. You guys are still doing that?
Oh, the truth has been revealed.
I love it because everybody forgot about Palestine. There's no ceasefire. They've never stopped bombing Palestinians.
Who? What are you talking about over here, man?
I haven't seen a Ukraine flag in God only knows how long.
The sleeves. Yeah, at this point, Zelensky's wearing wife beaters. He doesn't even have the sleeves on the shirt. Yeah.
I don't think he's in charge anymore, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. The attention span of the American people is
it's
terrible.
The genius of the Trump administration. The guy knows how to play the industry and the attention of the world, really, man. I mean, we're not even talking about the Epstein files anymore. It maxed out at, oh my God, they're pedophile cannibals. And now they're like, oh, look at this guy in Palm Beach. I think it's Epstein, man.
I think everybody got to the cannibal part, and they were like, I just don't want to know.
Dude, I was losing sleep for several weeks. I was reading so much gross stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just live my simple life not being a cannibal pedophile, right? I won't be one, and I'll enjoy my life. You weirdos do your weirdo shit. There's nothing we can do clearly about it. These guys only go to jail when they're near the end of their life anyways. How old is Prince Andrew? He's probably got terminal cancer or something, and that's why they finally threw him under the bus, right?
He's out in 18 months.
Absolutely. But if he doesn't have the terminal cancer, I'm sure the MI6 has a gun for that, right? I know that our
or
CIA
he'll have a heart attack real quick.
So, story of the year.
That guy wasn't Epstein, man.
Florida man. I'm not Epstein, just a lookalike. They're calling him Palm Beach Pete. I love this guy, man. Yes, dude. Palm Beach Pete speaking out after the video of him driving in his convertible down I-95 in Palm Beach went mega viral last week. We even covered the clip.
I told you that guy had the smirk on his face. See, he knew they thought he was Jeffrey Epstein. I'm sure he gets it all the time.
Well, that's especially,
I couldn't help but laugh.
Dude, what I was thinking about when I was looking at some of the pictures, and he's got a video which I'm gonna show for us because it's a pretty funny video of this guy. He's putting out all these videos now. He's probably making a bunch of money from all the clicks and everything that's going on. You nailed it. Yeah. Also, if you look at the way his hair is and everything, he probably had dark hair like 5 to 8 years ago. So like he only probably within the last year or so started fully looking like Epstein with the white hair. So he's been going around looking like Palm Beach Pete for several years up until this whiteness has taken over, and it happens to be Epstein back in the news all of a sudden with all the pictures flooding the internet. So now the people got their Epstein radar on. So this guy finally he's actually just he's having a perfect moment. He's the right guy at the right time. He just happened to be driving down that highway, and now he's like, I gotta make some videos, man. I'm going viral over here. Palm Beach Pete is the name. I'm a huge fan. But I'm not going to lie. After this video, Mike, I think it actually is Epstein. This is my theory. No, yeah, I'm saying this is Epstein, man. Let's get the lowdown from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Palm Beach Pete.
Hey, everybody.
It's a little high on my side, and I also may be a little high on my side, so we'll turn it down here, and we'll check it out.
Palm Beach Pete, and my video went viral because some dude randomly filmed me while I was driving on I-95, unbeknownst to me. And the next thing I know, I'm a viral sensation. I had my phone down for about 4 hours, and I didn't know my phone was blowing up with all these comments from that video. So I got a lot of traction. It's pretty crazy. Thanks.
So you're not Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. Hey,
all right, Palm Beach Pete,
man. Yeah.
I gotta move to Florida.
I'm telling you, dude, people are living the dream in Florida. You know,
they know how to live, man.
God, relax that guy. That's a guy who doesn't pay property taxes there and who drives down a road with no potholes in it, you know?
No income tax, no property tax. Yeah.
Oh, Palm Beach Pete. And it is funny that he's the only part of Epstein that's really trending this week anymore. They've done a phenomenal job with World War III and all the other in March Madness going on. So everybody's fully engrossed and distracted by everything else, that why bother even thinking about anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein? You know, the guy who seems to be tied into every intelligence agency to every single country and every billionaire and tech person and media celebrity personality and the royals. Like, don't worry about this guy. Literally tied into everything and everybody. Vanity Fair put out a really fascinating piece this week. Quietly, obviously, nobody wants to talk about the fact that Jeffrey Epstein had a lasting grip on the Gates Foundation. Yeah, man. And let us always keep reminding everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, the ultimate blackmail is I gave you penicillin to slip into your wife's drink.
Yes, man.
To get rid of the STD you got from Russian hookers on my island.
Yes, man. Yeah, absolutely. So in this expose out this week, there were some newly released Department of Justice documents revealing Epstein's surprising reach into the Gates Foundation orbit. And some of the files showed some behind-the-scenes actions from Epstein. He was a main operator of the International Peace Institute, which I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. I'm sure nobody else has ever heard of it. It was a think tank that received $8 million in Gates Foundation grants from 2013 to 2019 for polio eradication efforts in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Here's the thing, dude. Here's the fucking thing with Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab and all these weirdo elites who gather at Davos every year. They funnel all this money and launder it through places that you never even think about. But like, who's thinking about doing polio research in Afghanistan? The weirdo freaks who want to launder money in places that you're never thinking about, man.
Yeah,
like Bill
Gates.
They're
not even really worried about the polio in those places. They're just making money through NGOs, getting your tax money.
Yes.
To go just inject random people with probably poison.
Maybe, or maybe no polio medications even ever make it out to Afghanistan, or we don't even know, dude. No one's researching this or looking into it, and everything is just a website for an NGO that leads to another NGO that leads back to Gates Foundation, and it's all bullshit, man. Come on, dude. Like,
dude, no joke. I was watching this thing where it was like on these it wasn't like Doctors Without Borders, but it was like something similar. right, where they fund these like vaccination programs and everything.
Yes.
And it was like they were trying to track like $100 million, and there was like this corporate office in America. You know what I mean? With like these people who are making six figures. They're all driving nice cars. They got offices and everything. And then it goes down to like they showed like where they make the vaccines. Those people are all like making tons of six figures. The whole point was all these people were taking a piece of the pie, and then you got to this place in Africa. It was like Nigeria or something, and the Congo. And by the time the vaccine got there, you were now down to like $6 an hour. not even. It was like $6 for a day. And this guy's putting these vaccines in a backpack and getting on a 20-year-old bike. And like going down a fucking dirt road. It was just so insane. The whole point was like that money is just, it's a joke.
Yes, it's an absolute, it's all a scam. Everything's a scam. Especially it's now coming out. Epstein, Bill Gates, what was their connection outside of, hanging out with underage prostitutes? Well, there was a lot of money being laundered. I think that's the whole point. Through countries that you would never even think of. And let's see here. Epstein, he ghost wrote emails to foundation staff at the Bill Gates Foundation. He demanded pre-approval on communications and funneled intelligence on topics from Taliban activities to Syrian chemical weapons.
Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck was Jeffrey Epstein, dude? Like, come on, man. Like, it's crazy how layered all this stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Unbelievable. So here's the best part, of course, most disturbingly. The documents detailed Epstein helping secure visas for young Eastern European women described as underqualified interns at the International Peace Institute, with one email of him crudely commenting on a woman's photo amid salary talks. Epstein also provided a personal $130,000 loan to the leader of the IPI. And he also, let's see here, the Gates Foundation stresses no direct collaboration with Epstein ever occurred, and they say no funds went to him, no grants stayed focused, and all the grants stayed focused on the charitable goals. Bill Gates, of course, this past week or two, or very recently, had that foundation town hall where he apologized for his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein and reiterated he, quote, did nothing illicit and saw nothing illicit, except he did need, apparently, that penicillin for the STD he gave his wife.
So gross.
And
you guys are all gross.
Like I was trying to say beforehand, we must always remember that the number one reason Bill Gates' his wife Melinda divorced him, the number one reason was his relationship to Jeffrey Epstein. So,
and then all the things coming out aren't making him look innocent. Right?
Yeah, we're at the point where there's no amount of appearances on The View with that sweater vest that's going to change our opinion of this guy, dude. It's game over, Bill. Dude, your attempt to change your media image is over, man.
Yes. Yes. I don't think people realize that. You got to read that book, The Real Anthony Fauci. What they don't realize is Bill Gates would invest in Anthony Fauci.
Yes.
They would invest in these vaccines and then push the government to give these vaccines to other countries.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was insane.
Yes, dude. Yes. Insane indeed. Well, Mike, it was an insane week, a somber week, I guess you could say. We lost a good one. And I know that, well, we lost 2026, I thought at the beginning could be very similar to 2016. We lost a lot of famous people in 2016. Mm-hmm. And here we are 10 years later, and it seems like we're kind of following down a similar path this week. I know that we lost Robert Mueller, which we'll talk about maybe even in the next hour. I don't really care too much about that. But
he really did die? I saw something on Twitter.
Man. A legend.
No way.
Chuck Norris, martial arts master, star of Walker, Texas Ranger, passed away at the ripe old age of 86. Wow. 86. Dude, I think you get upper 80s. You made it. I think that's.
I don't know, but he looked so good. What did he die? What killed Chuck Norris?
He apparently had a medical emergency at his home in Hawaii, and he was hospitalized briefly and then passed away. 86, dude, come on. The heart,
Anything could happen.
brain, anything. Dude, come on. I think that's
Chuck Norris.
That's what I'm saying. Once
maybe
after
he
80,
had a dream where God was talking shit, and he was like, "All right, I'll see you in a minute, buddy."
Oh man, so funny. Well, that's
Chuck Norris, man. What a legend.
pure legend, man. Yes, dude.
Like the tough guy.
Absolutely, man.
What's funny is I think he was like 5'7". He was a small guy.
You got to look it up. You have got
I know he was short.
You've got to look it up. All week or after it happened, I was just flooded with messages from people, especially everyone's favorite. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong one here. Let's see if I can get this up on the docket there. There's all the Chuck Norris jokes. Everybody knows the famous Chuck Norris jokes. And this was sent in the group fishing chat that I got with the bros. So I thought you would like some of these, Mike. Chuck Norris threw a grenade and killed 50 people. Then it exploded. Chuck Norris can put out a fire with a gallon of gasoline. Not too bad. Number 3, death once had a near Chuck Norris experience. I thought that was a pretty good one. Chuck Norris can kill your imaginary friends. Chuck can hear sign language. Chuck Norris beat the sun in a staring contest. Once a cobra bit Chuck Norris's leg after 5 days of excruciating pain. The cobra died. Bigfoot claims he saw Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris went around the world by standing still. Chuck Norris has a diary. It's called the Guinness Book of World Records. All right, not too great, not too bad. I got a really good
Chuck
clip,
Norris.
though. I thought you would love the clip that I have here. I don't know where this came from. I feel like it's an old commercial, and every place put out a Chuck Norris list of all the Chuck Norris jokes. This is the funniest one, though, and I'm scrolling to find it here, but it's 2 old guys sitting in a bar or a restaurant, and Chuck Norris walks in. I don't remember when this came out. It's got to be a long time ago, but these guys crush it. It has it climaxes to a scene that only Chuck Norris could pull off, I feel like, and it's only funny because it's Chuck Norris. And we'll do this as a goodbye to the legend, man. And here we go.
Don't look now. Chuck Norris is right behind you.
I heard superheroes read Chuck Norris comics.
I heard at night the boogeyman checks into the bed for Chuck.
I heard Chuck Norris's reflection won't even look him in the eye.
I heard when cops need cops, they call Chuck Norris.
I heard when Chuck gets in the water, sharks get out of the ocean.
I heard when Chuck Norris is hiking, grizzlies look out for him.
I heard Chuck Norris rides in water without the cycle.
I heard Chuck Norris wears a hat to protect the sun.
I heard medicine takes Chuck Norris to feel better.
I heard what actually killed the dinosaurs was Chuck Norris.
I heard cats say they have Chuck-like reflexes. I think he's still got it.
I'll bet you $1 he catches a salt shaker.
You're on.
Hey, Chuck!
For the audio listeners, he throws the salt shaker. Chuck turns and kicks it right back at his face, and it lands perfectly on the table.
Me $1.
Don't look now.
Great commercial.
Great stuff. And so
Chuck Norris. Well, he was originally from Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, that's kind of where everybody remembers him, right? I mean, I remember him from some of the old karate and kung fu movies. He was famously in a great scene against Bruce Lee, which I think I have if you want to check it out. It's actually pretty spectacular. What makes the scene so great is a move that Bruce Lee does on Chuck, and I think it might be a move you could only do on a guy like Chuck. Yeah, I do have it. All right, awesome. This is Bruce Lee battling Chuck Norris.
And people say the 90s weren't the best time. Come on.
Man. No, you know, dude, we just grew up in the best time, dude. Absolutely. Because there was nobody cared about race or anything, right? This was just...
There is no modern day Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris.
Right. Yep. You know Jackie Chan's the last one I got, or Jet Li, right? Didn't we have it?
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about name a guy in his 20s, 30s that's like...
Yeah, we got nothing. Timothy Chalamet, I think, is the new... Yeah, that's right, dude. Here we go. This is Bruce Lee battling Chuck Norris, and Bruce Lee does a vintage martial arts move on him at the get-go. You're gonna love it, Mike. He rips off his chest hair. Yeah, dude.
Oh, no way.
Look at these guys, dude. Oh, young Chuck, man.
Young Chuck. When is this from?
This is from late 70s, early 80s. I think it's Enter the Dragon era of some sort. So
long time ago.
Yeah, man. Chuck Norris. And it was interesting. Chuck died, and I got memes and all the sorts of text messages from people and the dudes at work, everyone in the warehouse. It was just a lot of people. There's everybody's favorite from Dodgeball when Chuck Norris gives the thumbs up and all that stuff. And I was just thinking like, oh man, this is almost like a slap moment, like the Will Smith slap moment. Like I didn't hear any politics when it came to Chuck Norris.
Oh, no, because he never brought up politics.
Right, that's what I thought, man. Yeah. I was like, man, it's been 6 months since anyone in this office has been feeling comfortable enough to talk about anybody who's died on any level since Charlie Kirk.
Good call.
Charlie Kirk, we had to send out an email and a Slack message and put up signs in the warehouse like there'll be no politics talked about around here. You know, like that was the Charlie Kirk effect. But now finally, like it's calmed down and Chuck Norris died, and everyone's like, oh man, Chuck Norris. Like everybody loves Chuck Norris. Or so I thought, man. I thought, man, we finally have a moment here. No, fuck you, Variety. Chuck Norris was a great action star, but his politics may overshadow his legacy. Get out of here, man.
What are his politics? I'm assuming he voted for Trump.
Exactly, dude.
Jesus Christ.
They did the same crap with Hulk Hogan when he died a couple months ago. Like, oh, he was a legend in his own right, but his questionable politics are why we don't want to celebrate his life. Like, God, get out of here, man.
I love the comparison of the headlines for Scott Adams and then that Ayatollah. What's the guy? Muhammad? No, what's his name?
The dude who recently got murdered by the U.S.
Khomeini.
Yeah, Khamenei. Yeah, man. You're saying
so
that they gave a more respectful goodbye to the
headlines were controversial artist Scott Adams died. He was a controversial, and then it was like the leader of Iran. I forget what they said, but it was just like, it was more kind.
Supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei. You know, they give him the full title out of respect, right? Yeah. And
there
instead,
was no talk about the fact that he murdered people, or
I thought I had something, and it might be, maybe I didn't send it to myself, unfortunately, but it was something like Rob Reiner versus even this one, and it was kind of like really loving of Rob Reiner, and they're really big these days in the legacy media on throwing some shade on someone who died. No matter, just because they happen to vote for Trump. That's the TDS, man. That is literally the TDS in action.
Rob Reiner, that kid, they started the trial.
Really? I haven't been paying attention to that, actually.
Yeah, nobody is. That's crazy.
It's a freaking tragedy, man. Right? Like, I think all politics aside, it's a super tragedy. And
well, they were saying he was like crazy on drugs. And then all I could think is like, you're in jail now. You're sobered up.
Yes.
Like that's got to be the worst part, right?
Because now you're kind of stewing and sitting with your actions, basically, and what you
killed your mom and dad, and like, now you're sober. So you had like literally the greatest life.
I know, man. Honestly, but now you're kind of coming to, or you're a little more lucid, and you're like, what did I do?
What did I throw away? Now you're sitting there in jail.
I can't imagine
forever.
I don't know. He could be totally nuts, though. There might be some insanity thing going on there where, like, you and I don't have that kind of trigger yet. Maybe, not enough CIA exposure, but you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe there's...
I don't know. I think, especially those Hollywood kids, I think a lot of drugs from a very young age.
Absolutely. Psychosis and maybe schizophrenia and... you take a look around these modern blue cities and the fact that it's clear with the homelessness that this is a mental illness and drug addiction issue going on.
Yeah.
And then you see these things like what happened with Rob Reiner and his kid being totally whacked out on drugs and then having a psychotic moment and slitting the throats of his parents. maybe it's not a bad idea to open up some asylums here and there. Like maybe we should start institutionalizing people once again, right? I don't know.
Start doing something about the drugs.
The Rob Reiner thing, though, I think the worst part about it was Trump's tweet after Rob died.
Yeah,
and we said, dude, hey, maybe someone get the phone out of Trump's hand once in a while. And I think I got to say the same again with Bob Mueller dying.
It's just bad taste, man.
It's disgusting, dude.
And we've talked about it on here. We even played the clip. One of my favorite moments of Trump is when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died.
Right.
He got off the plane and a reporter asked him what he thought about it. And you see in that moment, he even says, I'm just here. You're just telling me now. I don't know. And he literally puts his hands up. He's like, whoa. And then he goes, what could you say? She was a wonderful woman. First and foremost, she was a wonderful woman. She had a great career. You know what I'm saying? That was like,
yes,
that was one of the greatest moments of Trump.
It was classy. It was the response we would hope for. You know, the people on the left, they're the people that celebrate the death. Look at all the videos that went viral after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I mean, they were dancing in the streets for this guy's murder, right? That's supposed to be your side. The right, the conservatives, supposed to be the side that respects life and mourns the death, no matter who is on the other side of the political aisle. Not Trump, though, when it comes to his political rivals. And I will say this, Bob Mueller, he's a part of the group that tried to throw Trump in jail and destroy his family's business and the lives of his entire family.
I get it, but when somebody dies, it's kind of like, all right.
Well, for a guy who claims to be reborn Christian because God came down from heaven and saved his life, not very Christian-like of Trump to be so braggadocious in the time where this guy has died. And I think the reports were that Mueller he had dementia or something going on. I mean, I think it was it was a descent into this death there, but Robert Mueller just died. Trump truthed out. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. President Donald J. Trump. I like how he he has to write President Donald J. Trump. And he capitalizes the Donald J. That's very funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. I'm not for it.
I'm not into it either. I think, we talked about this last time. He did this with Rob Reiner. And then even recently, he was trolling or memeing something within the last month or so. I think my whole thing right now is, can we meme and troll a little less during World War III? Is it possible? Slightly less trolling, slightly less memeing while we are on the verge of nuclear annihilation. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we could hold it back a little bit. So
one thing about Trump is I don't think he ever really realized, like, the campaigning is one thing, but then once you're the president, now you run the country. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is Bob Mueller the dude who did the seashells? Who's the asshole with the seashells?
I was going to ask you.
No, it was Comey. Comey was the seashell. Okay.
Yeah, Comey did the
if it was seashell guy, then maybe I would have actually let this one slide.
Even then, you gotta take the higher ground.
I take the high road. I wish he would, but I do think Cheney. I know, but I do think on some level, though, when it comes to Mueller and Comey and a few other primetime players, Obama included, there was a cabal of leftist elitists who did conspire together to not only stop him from winning in 2016 and 2020, but they also put together phony CIA and intelligence reports to dismantle and derail his time in office, both 45 and as 47. So I don't know. I think in the middle of all of it, he also was almost thrown in jail. So, and then I lost Mike, as always. That's how it always goes down here. And we hit that time. It's that time, man. Fastest hour in the universe. But they tried to throw this guy in jail. I'm not excusing this behavior. I think somebody in the Oval Office should take the phone out of this guy's hand once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, next celebrity that was if Rosie O'Donnell dies next week, can somebody take the phone out of Trump's hand for like 24 hours? Just let the lady die peacefully, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? any of his political rivals, if they pass away, take the phone out, give him a fish fillet or some sort of Big Mac to entertain himself for a few minutes, and then give him back the phone, and maybe something else can come around and he won't have to disparage someone who just died. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere on that level. All right, man. Well, Mike, we've hit that point. It's the fastest hour in the universe. I imagine you are trying to get yourself back online, back in tune, back on record. And it's a perfect moment for it to cut off, though. And I'm sure if we ramble a little bit, I am a rambling man these days, no doubt about it. This weekend, hottest weekend on the planet here on the Southwest mountain coast, if you will. We rocking the 90 degrees. I have our thermometer out there. It's kind of purposefully in the sun. I put it out in the sunlight so that way when Emma's inside and she looks out and she goes, "No, it's too cold to go out." I say, "No, it's scorching hot. It's actually very hot. Look." And you know, when you put it in the sun, it adds a few degrees of temperature there. So it cons Emma into coming out and getting a little sunshine, getting off the TikTok for a minute or two. But hot weekend without a doubt. I got sunburned just like everybody else out here. It was 90 degrees, sunshine. For the most part, we did have a lot of chemtrails. So many so that Lauren Boebert took a picture of some chemtrails and tweeted it out. Good times.
No way. Means it must be real.
DJ Rodfather playing us into the halftime. We gotta use the bathroom. We'll be back on this
recording back, guys.
See you on the flip side. Yeah. It's a long jam without a doubt. And yeah, dude.
The foreplay.
That's right. The foreplay. You got the teats, man. A little bit. You know?
that literally is the foreplay.
Yeah, man. That's right, dude.
Boston.
Oh man, good stuff, dude. Well, they don't write the music like they used to, and they also don't make the music videos like they used to. That's why it was a big week for free speech and music lovers alike.
Yeah,
the Afroman, Colt 45 himself, man. Yeah, winning it, dude. What a triumphant moment this week. Were you following all the news? This is all I was thinking about, actually. Nothing else mattered to me.
So funny, dude. Oh, this is news of the day. The funny thing I was thinking about the other day, like he for those that don't know the story, they raided his house.
Right.
They broke a bunch of shit, stole some money. And then to cover the cost of all that, he wrote a bunch of songs about the law enforcement officers.
Particularly Lemon Pound Cake and Will You Help Me Repair My Door were the two main hits.
The one where he said the chick was born a dude. Like, so funny, dude. So funny. And then like in the music videos, he used videos from the raid, from his cameras that were set up in the house. And all I can think, though, is he probably made more money off of people re-downloading Because I Got High.
Right.
Than he did off of any of the new songs he made, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know.
Seeing him in the news, I was like, oh, I gotta get that song. Where is it? I haven't heard that song in forever. It was a jam back in the day.
We love Afroman out here in Colorado, Denver particularly. We still do every year on 420, the 420 Fest. It's downtown on Civic Center. Very consistently, I want to say for the last several years in a row, one of the premier main acts of the 420 Festival is Afroman. I mean, he is here like ripping monster dubs and just like
it's like his Super Bowl. It's his
Yeah. So this story kind of like there was a personal thing to this. If you're in the Denver area,
him not doing that show would be like if you're a big fat man with a gray beard and you don't play Santa.
Yes, exactly.
You know
right.
It's like,
every year it's Afroman and Wiz Khalifa, and I think Snoop Dogg has been there, but it's the usual cast of characters. You know, one of the Wu-Tang Clan shows up at, one of them.
Not in jail.
RZA, Jizza, Manizza, Jizza, I don't know, all of them, they're all there. So this is a funny story, dude. We live in an era where, like, man, the news so intense, so serious, so bipartisan, like you got to land on one side or the other. And unless you're watching Fox News, there's a specific lean to every story you're always hearing. But every once in a while now, we get graced with a beautiful little story that's just pure Americana. Like, it doesn't get more America in my book than Afroman fighting for his right, not only to party, which we know Afroman loves to party, but also to sing about partying and putting out videos about it. So, this is a great little local news clip, Mike, that I thought you and I could enjoy with this Afroman story. I find this to be a hilarious story. Again, we live in very serious times. World War III, islands where elites are raping, mutilating, and eating children. So why don't we just relax a little bit, enjoy a little local story about Afroman winning one for freedom of speech, right?
Outside this Adams County courthouse, the sound of victory. After jury sided with the musician Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, after a days-long civil defamation trial. Afroman speaking to WCPO right after the verdict.
I didn't win. America won.
Yeah!
America still has freedom of speech. It's still for the people, by the people.
You imagine you get up and you're like, I got to go to court today. And that's the outfit you put on for that. And the images, we're going to see him in the courtroom. He doesn't take the sunglasses off when he's in this guy, he's dedicated to the look, man.
By the people.
The jury finds in favor of the defendant.
7 Adams County Sheriff's deputies sued the musician, They argued Afroman used security video from a 2022 raid of his home and put it in music videos using deputies' likeness without...
I like how he got ZZ Top to be his lawyer there as well. That was very nice of the guys to show up
permission.
There's damage to reputation. There's pain and suffering. There's public humiliation. There's everything you saw and heard from these detectives from the witness stand.
This raid taking place nearly 4 years ago following search warrants related.
So now we're seeing video footage from the security cameras at Afroman's house, I believe. This is what we're getting the lowdown
to
here.
Possession and trafficking in drugs and kidnapping. The rapper was never charged. Along with using the surveillance video in multiple music videos, including in the song Lemon Pound Cake, the deputies also say Afroman called them thieves and pedophiles, among other things, on social media.
I didn't go down here and sue the police department. I fixed up the damages they made.
He's rocking a gold marijuana leaf ring as well as a nice accessory to the outfit here.
And I sung songs about him to raise money to do it. They were unapologetic.
The deputies wanted Afroman to pay $3.9 million in damages.
We got about a total of 250 pieces given out.
And this guy right here is why I picked this clip. You're gonna see why.
This is the last one, and I'd like to give it to you.
Supporters of Afroman coming from near and
the fella brought lemon pound cake to the protest.
Far with a message both verbally and symbolically.
For me, this isn't really about Afroman. It's about free speech. So when someone like Afroman stands up for my free speech by using his talents, his musical talents, to fight the corrupt system, we got to come out and support him.
I'm glad.
When we need to round people up for the draft for World War III, start at that corner over there outside the courthouse where Afroman court case took place. Just get all those guys up for the draft.
Yeah, they don't have a job.
Things went my way, but if they would have took it off from me, I was happy about all the love I was getting from everybody. After the people kicked my door in.
In Adams County,
when life give you lemons, you make lemon pound cake.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love this story, dude. Look how he got emotional because of the love. That's what it's all about. The love from your neighbors, man. Right?
No, but this is what pisses me off the most about all you faggot blue-haired protesters out there. ICE deports MS-13 member, and you guys are all in the street. Here, you have a black man being mistreated by the police. Nothing. Crickets.
Great call, dude. Yes, Crickets. Man. Yes. You're right on the money.
Infringing on his right. Come on. What evidence did you have that he was dealing drugs? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
This whole story, I mean, this is the stuff. Like the whole defund the cops and everything, it always pissed me off because it's not like we were the biggest fans of the police. I want the police, but I also, there is corruption and all that we do have. Remember the Tyre Nichols?
I remember Tyre Nichols. Is he the guy that was he the one that was beat up by 5 black cops or whatever?
He's the one that was fucking one of the cops' ex-wives.
Right.
So 5 cops beat him to death.
Yeah.
Where was that?
So rough,
that's what I'm saying. No, you guys fucking protested for George Floyd. It's terrible.
Yes. No, you're right on the money, man. Absolutely. And I brought it up a while back when we were obsessed over, and I keep looking for it. I thought I had it, but the little kid, little Ramos. Everybody freaking out about the kid
with the fucking blue ears.
With the blue bunny ears, man. Everybody obsessed with this kid, but you never hear any stories about the young kids of the black males who die in urban cities, or you hear of all this weekend violence in Chicago with these gang members, but you never have the sob story of their little kids waiting for the father who never came home, man. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
How about that story of those 3 fucking kids that raped that girl? They're 12 years old.
I saw that blurb, actually. That's a rough situation.
The parents are insane.
It's a bad story. It really is. I tend to wade away from that on the show in general, but only because... dude, that's an urban setting situation where
that's what I'm saying.
It happened in the courtyard of what you would call a projects, essentially, or a low income, affordable housing kind of unit. And these 3 kids 12 to 13 years old. They raped a young girl who was
They
about
held
10,
her
12
down
years
and
old.
raped. Two boys held her down while the third one raped her.
The other one put rocks in her mouth so she would stop screaming.
That's the craziest. The only reason this is really blowing my mind is the mom. The 12-year-old boy put rocks in the girl's mouth to stop her from yelling while the 13-year-old boy raped her, and he held her down. And now the mom is going crazy saying he's a good kid. He was just hanging out with the wrong crowd. No, your kid is a piece of shit. If that's what he's doing at 12, I don't want this guy in the street at 20.
That's a tough scenario. I mean, is there rehabilitation for a 12-year-old who's raping?
No.
I mean, I don't know.
No.
But bro, we're living in a society where the people who hung out at Epstein Island and at his Manhattan suite were raping kids the same age, man. And they're free to go and gallivant the world. Then this 12-year-old kid, it's what a weird society that we're living in, though. Nobody wants to talk about the raping of 12-year-olds at Epstein Island, right? Because we can't hold those people we can't hold them to account. So you have these kids, we're going to lock them up for life for sure, but shouldn't we also be locking up guys like, I don't know, Bill Gates for life? Like, shouldn't these guys be going to jail for life?
I think the difference is the proof.
We got the proof. We got the emails.
We can't prove. You can't prove without beyond a reasonable doubt that he raped a 12-year-old. Well, these boys, unfortunately, there's all the proof in the world. I believe they admitted
it's true. There was one person alive. We had the proof. Then she was hit by a bus and killed herself after she was hit by a bus. And now we no longer have proof. There's no more proof.
Frank, you get hit by a bus, you fight to survive and heal, and then you kill yourself. That's the natural way of the world.
That's how it goes. Oh, man. And it's funny because the way it goes now, too, also, it seems quietly, as what happened with the MS-13 gang member who was human trafficking beings through the border, who we stopped hearing about. Quietly, judge ends asylum claims for Liam Ramos and his family.
Sure they had a valid claim.
Orders them removed.
No.
Say it ain't so, Liam Ramos, man.
Hold on, let me just put them on the shelf with Abreu Garcia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Another failed, fallen idol of the left.
And that guy, Cesar Chavez, who apparently now one of the heroes of the left, now a rapist. Apparently, I don't know if you saw all that stuff. Ridiculous.
So
they literally,
crazy.
dude, they had a parade here in Denver planned that they canceled. For
Did
this
they
guy.
really?
Yeah, because all the heroes on the left are scum. We've now come to that point because Abrigo Garcia is one of your heroes. Alex Pretty, the hero of the left. That fat chick no one can remember the name of anymore who died fighting ICE. I mean, like and then now this hero apparently, Liam Ramos, and the Ecuadorian family. This kid, by the way, 13-year-old brother. Every news article I've seen, no name for the 13-year-old brother. They all just say Liam Ramos, his blue bunny ears, and his Spider-Man backpack with his unnamed 13-year-old brother.
To be fair, the 13-year-old brother has a couple questionable tattoos on his knuckles.
Yes, man.
You know how they do it down there.
Oh, so dude, funny. I love it. And in that article and in every article that talked about him being finally deported with his family to their original country, they had to absolutely highlight that this was Liam Ramos, who jumped to stardom because of the heartbreaking images of the boy in his sky blue bunny hat with the bunny ears and the Spider-Man backpack.
Oh, so terrible.
What a psyop.
It's so terrible. Dude, you guys are a joke. The kid that the parents abandoned and we were supposed to feel bad for.
It's amazing. But again, who are your heroes, man? You know what I'm saying? It's the total scum, dude. Always, man. It's really.
You know what? I caught a black guy off guard the other day because he was talking shit about Trump and white people who like Trump.
Oh yeah,
and he brought up the fact that he's a convicted rapist, which he's not convicted. Everybody, he's adjudicated.
Right, and
He wasn't.
this throws me off every time. Is this based on the E. Jean Carroll accusation?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes, Craig, they believed him. Yeah, no, it was a civil trial. It wasn't a criminal trial. So he was adjudicated. He wasn't convicted. He's not a convicted rapist. He was. This is why they did it, though. It was a genius play because
the headline exists.
No. Because in the civil court he was found guilty. He was talking, what do you call it? Slander.
Right. Okay.
Because they said the rape did happen and he accused her of lying about it, whatever. So that's what he was really found guilty of. But then you quickly threw in the other case with the with Mar-a-Lago and everything, and he was found guilty of that. So now people just know he was found guilty in New York, and it must have been the rape case. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can keep it straight. So these people think,
dude.
But here was my whole argument with him. I was like, so you're telling me the guy cannot be a good leader, even though he had some problems with women in the past? Absolutely not. That is disgusting. You know what I mean? How could you call yourself a real man? What about Martin Luther King Jr.?
Great call. Great call.
We're not even allowed.
Kennedy,
we're not
John Lennon. Dude, the womanizing thing. That can't be.
He was accused of rape. Martin Luther King Jr. slept with a 14-year-old.
I know, but when it comes to the womanizing, especially we talk about all the time, bro. Thank God, John F. Kennedy, no Twitter back in those days. Would he have even become president? Probably not, dude.
Imagine the pictures with him with Marilyn.
I can't imagine their OnlyFans, man. Unbelievable, dude. But I don't know. All these icons were womanizers, and that's the problem with you guys on the left. Look, here's your icon.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Cesar Chavez. He's a labor rights icon, especially here in the Southwest, especially for the Hispanics and all that stuff. And now here we are. Someone accused him of rape decades after he's dead, and half these things, like it comes from a time where, I mean, again, even the clip of Trump talking about how you can pinch their ass and grab their pussy because you get away with it. This guy comes from the time where you could get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
And listen, I'm not saying he's a piece of shit. I'm saying we'll let it go. Just like we'll let Trump go. Let it all go because they're all the same.
Here's the problem with the left and your whole doctrine of once we find something unsavory about you, you shall be cast away to the cornfield. You ruined a perfectly fantastic Senate career of Al Franken. Because he made an unsavory photograph and some bizarre non-accusation, and now you don't have him as a senator. You idiots. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
you cast him to the cornfield because you had to abide by your set of rules. And so now...
but Frank, look how Minnesota's doing now.
Where's Nick Shirley? Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. No, it's just so funny to me. And then here we are, bro. I'm not kidding. Cesar Chavez, the guy, I read all these articles how they have streets named after him in Arizona that now they're tearing down. And there was
leave him up.
There's a stone memorial to this guy in Denver that was defaced with graffiti within 48 hours of this news coming out. I'm like, dude, fucking. But you know what? You guys deserve this on the left. You deserve for every icon of yours to be destroyed and sent to the cornfield because you've done it to everybody else, not in your little group. And so now you've run out of people to cast to the cornfield and destroy the careers of. So what are you doing? You're looking in and you're destroying your own careers and your own icons. And so now you morons, you no longer have the Christopher Columbus statues to tear down and throw into the water, right? So what are you doing? You're tearing down your own statues now. You stupid idiots. You've run out of things to destroy. So what's left? You must destroy yourselves. And so now the rest of us, we got the popcorn and we're like, oh yeah, here we go, baby. I can't wait till you guys find out about Bill Clinton. I'll be totally honest with you. You're in for a good one.
Hillary's no peach either.
Frazzle drip, anybody? Frazzle drip?
Don't even say it. We might kill ourselves.
But bro, here we are though. I'll be honest. Until this week, I didn't even know who the fuck Cesar Chavez was. I never thought of this dude ever in my life, but now all of a sudden you all hate him. So I love the guy, actually. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know who the guy is. I don't care about him, but
I don't care.
You've gotten to the point where now
Maybe the problem with the left is they idolize too many people. It's almost like you're false gods.
You should try a guy called God. I don't know if you've ever heard of this one before.
There's this book out there that explains you should only.
That's right, dude. Great call, dude.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Americans need more church.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. But I just love it, man. Continue. This is the only way you will go now. You've run out of statues to deface and destroy from the other side, so now you're destroying your own heroes.
You know what I think it is, too, is they realize we stopped caring. They're like, we're tearing down a Christopher Columbus statue. And we're like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well,
we don't care anymore. You know what I mean?
Even that, though, I mean, they've already gone down this path of destroying their own icons and heroes. They cast away R.F. Kennedy, the Kennedy they've been searching for decades.
Frank, they're in search of a Bobby Kennedy of their own. You know? That's what they need, is a Bobby Kennedy of today. You know?
Dude, yes. And also the other icon they had who could still be a hero for them, Elon Musk, they continue to hate. I saw a video of some lady online destroying some guy's Cybertruck. Like, you guys, you maniacs, you
like
mentally...
2026, are they still doing that?
They're still hating Elon, dude. Yes.
It can't be worth it. You're going to go to jail. You're going to get arrested. What? Why? All these cars have cameras on them.
I know, dude.
Like, of all the cars you fucking idiots picked to vandalize, you picked one that has like 5 cameras looking at itself.
The thing is a computer on wheels. It's literally in full monitor mode at all time, dude. Yeah.
Full surveillance. It's crazy.
Well, we have the SAVE Act going on, and it's in the midst of this whole DHS shutdown. And the former hero of the left, slowly but surely coming back to the hero on the right, announced this weekend, Elon Musk, gonna pay the worker's salary over at the TSA, which is pretty cool, I thought. It made me think about Tim Walz, who a while back, I believe, said, if I were Elon Musk, I'd stand at the corner of an intersection, just hand out money to people, which is the most retarded idea anyone has ever heard of, because we all know the kind of people that would be lining up to receive free cash on the side of the road from Elon Musk. No, you want to give out money in a meaningful way. You do it to people who are being used as pawns in a political ploy, and you help them out who are truly essential workers, people who are helping out our country and our world. And, you know, the TSA, man, I mean, I don't like the TSA too much. I know they're a little frisky when it comes to checking you in the ball sack region, but look, it's the price we pay to live safely, I guess, right? In the Patriot Act of our modern era.
Just people doing a job, man. How many of them are living paycheck to paycheck, you know?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
crazy.
And I guess this whole DHS funding impasse, this is based on the Democrats' demand that we stop funding ICE, if I'm to understand all of this.
No, ICE is already funded. That's the whole joke. Trump's going to send ICE on Monday to do to help the TSA.
I know, but why?
Because they're funded.
What is their what's the Democrats' reason
SAVE
for this?
Act.
They want to stop this. That's what I thought. Okay, this
they
does
want you to not have to show ID to vote.
That's the whole point of this DHS shutdown.
I believe that is the whole point. I mean, tell me you want to cheat the elections without telling me, right? Like,
well, who's voting for these assholes at this point? They're willing to cut your paycheck in the name of letting illegal aliens vote to go against your own interests and charge you more taxes.
Have you seen how far this argument has gone now?
No, you know what? I actually I got it on the docket because I'm a little bit in the dark or in the gray area, if you will, with the SAVE Act. Because
No, not the SAVE Act. I'm talking about the illegal voting. We went from 2020 was the most safe and fair election, and Frank, illegals can't even register to vote, right? So now they're purging voter rolls and finding a hell of a lot of illegals and felons are registered to vote. And now the whole argument is, oh, but they're registered, but there's no proof that they're actually voting. If they're registered, if they're registered and they don't need to show an ID to vote,
right?
How are we stopping them from voting?
Well, what's interesting is Colorado has automatic voter registration. So it doesn't matter if you're dead, legal, whatever. You're in. You can vote, man. Don't worry. We'll send your ballot to your last known legal residence, so it doesn't matter where that goes.
Somebody can vote.
Bro, the last election, and I work with a lot of Democrats. I work in a business establishment, in a business industrial area. There are no residential homes in this area. Not one, for miles. And there hasn't been for generations. And in our mailbox, we received 4 ballots for the previous election. And one of the guys in the office made a joke like, oh, maybe we could do some voter fraud. You know, like mocking the Republican argument that there is voter fraud. And I'm staring at the guy like, dude, you're literally holding the voter fraud in your hand. That is it, man. Like, we are not in we're in a business establishment that just received 4 ballots for random human beings. That is the voter fraud that everybody's talking about.
Do you understand? You don't want to do it, but somebody that does want to do it.
That's a gold right there. Yes.
Easy to do it. They're mailing it to you.
They're mailing the fraud to your doorstep, dude. That's what's going on.
It's insane. Yeah. I can't believe this is what people want. How can you call it a safe and fair election? We're supposed to be the first world here.
It's indefensible, in my opinion, which is why it's refreshing to see guys like John Fetterman out there who's been making the rounds on the legacy media and agreeing with 80% of the country, which is, yeah, maybe show an ID when you walk up to vote. Maybe you can at least show your ID.
John Fetterman, proof that all Democrats need is brain damage to become normal.
Oh, man. According to a fresh CBS News poll, this is CBS we're talking about here, overwhelmingly, the public supports requiring a photo ID to vote. A striking 80% of Americans favor showing an ID to vote. This sounds nuts, but just like how most people think if you have a penis, you should play in sports where the other guys also have a penis, right?
And close the border.
Close the border.
Have a border. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. It's called an 80-20 issue, man. And that's what this is right here.
It was like 76% amongst black voters.
You talking about the people who can't find the DMV to get an ID to vote, man?
They don't even have IDs, and they're like, yeah, you should have one if you're going to vote. It's crazy.
It's crazy that the Democrats are playing this game where they're pretending people aren't down with the SAVE Act. They're trying to... The fight I am understanding is they're saying we will concede on the ID, but you have to let us flood the ballots with the mail-in votes. That's what the hill they're dying on, which is, okay, you can let people show up with their ID, but we're going to still flood the ballot boxes with our 10,000 mules. Where's Dinesh D'Souza at out there? So it's quite the battle, but the Senate, I guess, locked in a heated debate. I think currently still, I guess
it is because of the department, the funding for the DHS.
All right, right on. Yeah, it all ties together. So they are pushing this bill through. I don't think they have the 60 votes they need in order to get the overwhelming. So they keep trying to play with filibusters and do all that nonsense. The word on the street is there's not enough votes to push the SAVE Act through, I guess. So
it won't get passed.
But it's amazing that here we are in America, 2026, overwhelming 80% of America thinks, you know what, this should be the rule in order to have what you claim to be a safe, fair, and effective election.
And common sense.
Congress won't agree on it. The people who are supposed to represent what we want, 80%, refuses to represent us. This, I believe, calls for a revolution, man. We got to fucking... Let's tear this sucker down, man. Honestly, because at this point, you're not representing us on any level.
No, not in any way.
We're lazy. We're too lazy, man.
Yeah, we're too fat. You know, they legalized weed.
That's what it is. We're too high. Yes, dude. We are way, way too high. And you're right. We are a little fat these days, or at least we were. Now, man, we're a GLP-1 country, my man. Everybody is just wasting away and disappearing before my eyes. Have you seen the coverage for March Madness? Have you been watching that at all?
No.
You got the other Chuck Barkley, Charles Barkley out there literally disappearing before our eyes from the Ozempic he's on. He's doing the Wegovy commercials. I don't know if you saw any of this.
No way.
Yeah, he's out there, man. He's representing the Wegovy. But I saw this incredible article this week. I'm trying to find it here about GLP-1s. And it was a really interesting read, very quick expose, if you will. It was a writer's personal experience from Harper's Bazaar. And it was about the silence around Ozempic has never been louder. And this writer, Elizabeth, started taking GLP-1s 10 months ago and is shocked, according to this article, completely shocked at how quiet everybody is around her in regards to the weight loss. Because in previous years, if someone were to lose some weight, immediately, what do you always hear when you lose a little weight, Mike?
Oh, you look fantastic.
You look great. You've never looked better,
what
man.
Are you doing?
That's exactly it. But according to this article, there's something strange going on these days in our modern world, which is they're calling it a paradox, like a GLP-1 or Wegovy paradox. And she's saying that no one has commented on her appearance or asked about it. And they're calling it a noisy silence. And everywhere, it's obvious you have all these GLP-1s. So very clearly people are losing weight. So why is nobody anymore commenting on how good you look on your GLP-1 diet? That's the question this young lady, or I'm not sure how old she is, but that's what's being asked in the article. And I was thinking about this a lot because I was watching Chuck Barkley on the NCAA March Madness tournament, and he looks not only like he's losing weight too fast, but also like void of energy. There's something about
like sick.
Like you look like you're dying of cancer, right? Yeah, there's this kind of look, and I really do think the reason nobody is commenting on how good you look, it's because melting away from GLP-1s is not a good look. And it's an obvious look. And everybody knows what's going on. And I think this is a heartbreaking moment in time because there could be people out there genuinely losing weight the right way, but nobody wants to comment on it anymore. And so now we're in this bizarro kind of experience where even if you're losing it naturally, you're probably not going to get the compliment because people are just assuming you're on the GLP-1s.
Well, I think they kind of took the you took all the mystery and if you were 300 pounds, I see you 6 months later, you're 220.
Right.
Like, oh man, Frank, how did you change your life? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've known you for 30 years. You've been fat. You changed. It was a miracle. It was amazing, right? You had to change your life to do it.
Absolutely.
That's why you would compliment on it. You know what I'm saying? But
yes.
Now you lost all that weight in 2-3 months. There's no mystery. I know how you did it. You took the GLP-1. I don't even care.
Maybe what if though? What if I'm saying
your doctor? Because you could definitely tell.
Right.
It takes a long time to lose weight.
And there's a look that comes along with the GLP-1s. I really feel like there's the sunken in aspect. There's like the disappearance of the cheek zone. There's some weird kind of like eroding of the fat that is good fat in the body on some level. But
it's not good. It's not good. It's gonna turn out to be really bad for people.
That's right, man. And
I mean, look at the transgender thing. Now all these people that have been doing it for like 4 or 5 years, the testosterone and everything, those girls, they're having they're getting like osteoporosis. Did you see this?
No,
they're having like
I
bone
haven't
issues
followed
and
this, man.
dude, they're like these poor girls are like in their 20s and they're in a wheelchair.
Oh, rough, man. You're because of the hormone treatments. Oh man.
We don't know enough to fuck with that, you know?
No, I do not like these GLP-1s. I think they're really bad. And I think, unfortunately, for people who took them thinking they would look better, you don't. You look like something is going on. It's not a natural pathway to
chemo look. You literally look like you're on chemotherapy, you know?
Yes, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're cruising along. Mike, anything else on the docket then?
I was just thinking, it's like, it's so crazy because it's such common sense. Listen, if you're broke, spend less than you earn. If you're fat, eat less than you burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it's literally like, it's not rocket science. There's no secret. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's
absolutely,
just,
man.
Spend less than you earn and eat less than you burn. I should write that down. That's my new motto.
I like that. That's a good motto, man. You can make a t-shirt out of that.
I realize it because it's like the same guy. He's always eating. And then he drinks after work, and then he's always complaining he has no money. Well, you're just consuming. Every time I look at you, you're consuming. You know what I mean?
I know some fellas like that, yes, where it is a constant consumption. That's why I'm surprised the intermittent fasting thing hasn't taken on a little more steam in our modern era. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially
you
now,
save money.
Well, we got the Maha going on. You know, we're flipping the food pyramid over, right? You would think we'd be on this kind of level of, I don't know, eating less often or eating less amounts. I don't know. I've been seeing all these articles lately about fast food and everything, and all these companies shrinking down their menu items to accommodate the people who are eating less because of the GLP-1s. And man, I don't know. When you really think about healthy consumption, it's not about how much you're eating. It's about when you're eating and how often.
And what you're eating, yeah.
You know, and so maybe you cut out the saturated fats and the food created in laboratories, cut that out, get the fructose high corn syrup out of your diet, right? And maybe a few less trips to McDonald's where we don't even know what those burgers are made of anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mystery meat is such a mystery, even the CEO struggles to take a bite out of it on camera, right? That's how mystery this meat is, man. So, you know, maybe cut that out a little bit, start there, and this eating less. The intermittent fasting thing, I think is really funny how we had to slap on a Gen Z type fancy name to what people used to do because we were just working and busy as people. And, you know, it wasn't that long ago in human society when we weren't stuffing our face with a liquefied cake from Dunkin' Donuts with a donut the size of my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't used to eat and consume like that in the mornings. You know, we used to wake up at dawn and work in the fields and take care of business. And then around lunchtime, eat a meal, a small meal. And then at nighttime, go home and feast, right? And then power up, get some rest. Hit it the next day, you know. Now we're just stuffing our faces at all times. And
God, I had to look it up because I do believe this man did more damage to the U.S. than maybe any man ever to our health. Dr. Philip Goglia.
Wow,
he's the guy who started this whole thing a while back, where it was like, no, you got to keep your metabolism constantly working. So you should eat 7 meals a day, but 7 small meals. Like, dude, you never heard of this?
Like 7 micro meals?
Yeah, but the way his plan worked is like, I'm going to have half a cup of peanuts, right?
Right, yeah.
And then in another an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm going to have like a half a cup of broccoli. Right?
All right, yeah, I could see that.
Right, but now fast forward to 10 years later, or however long it is, now you got this fucking 400-pound plumber who's like, no, I'm going to eat a cheeseburger at 10 o'clock, and then I'm going to have tacos at 12. Mike, you got to keep your metabolism moving. It's got to keep working. You know what I mean? Don't let it rest.
Dude, at what point in the human experience on this planet were we eating at all times of the day? Like, that's just not a thing. Never, dude. Humans, never.
No animal.
Any animal, dude.
The only animals that eat all day, every day are cattle. They're like the grazers.
Right.
And
that's where you get the phrase "fat as a cow."
Fat as a cow, and they're all fat. Literally, all of them, their strength, the way they survive, is numbers and fatness. Like, that is. Come on, people. No skinny animal out there rolls out of its tree. You know what I mean? And drinks 2,000 calories.
Well, maybe sloths. You know, all the whales You know what I'm saying? Think of all the beasts out there that just consume all times.
Yes,
when you are a fat lard, you're compared to that fat lard animal. Sloth, whale, cow, right?
Chicagoan,
pig.
grazing
You know,
all day. They just graze. Fat animals.
Think of a hog for 5 seconds. It's rolling around in its own slop and filth, just consuming at all times. Like, not a good comparison is all I'm saying, right?
Right. That's you shouldn't be eating all day.
This is a good place to start, though, if you want to convince someone who is. Be like, just think of the animals that eat and consume all day. We're talking cows, pigs.
Imagine we're in the Serengeti, right? Yeah. The water buffalo eats all day.
Are you? Hey, don't bring politics into this. We don't need to talk about Stacey Abrams here, all right? Leave Stacey Abrams out of this, bro.
But then look at the lion. You can see his muscles with every movement, right? The lion eats once a week.
Right.
The buffalo is eating all day.
Intermittent fasting versus the fat water buffalo who's got nothing
be?
On the couch eating the Grubhub. Right, exactly, dude. Oh man, well
the arguments I have about like nutrition is just really because all the stuff that like people say is coming out now. The army was teaching me that 16 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The nutrition they taught you in the army was like I'll never forget the one drill sergeant. They literally actually I remember in high school we had that one guy that was an ex-drill sergeant. It was that old dude, had the really hot daughter.
Oh yeah.
It was like Hammerstrom or some shit like that. I forgot the guy's name. Remember the guy's name? Remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, maybe. I can't remember actually.
But he was teaching health class. Something like that.
It sounds
He was teaching health class and he was reading the nutrition thing. And he literally threw the book down. He's like, "Oh, you need to know. If it's an animal, eat it all you want. If it's fruit, eat it all you want. Vegetables, eat it all you want. All the other garbage, leave it alone."
He was right on the money, man.
And I'm like, dude, that is it.
That's why, like, the people disparaging Maha and RFK Jr., like, he's not espousing some voodoo witchcraft magical nonsense. Like, he's talking about basic health ideas that we were understanding 30, 40 years ago without any health books or YouTube videos to help explain to it. We didn't need intermittent fasting or some fancy phrase to know, like, don't stuff your fat ass right first thing in the morning when you wake up. Maybe do some push-ups first. Yeah, you know, like, oh yeah, all right. Maybe I'll try that out. You know, like, I mean, it was just simple. It used to just be common sense. We've lost track of common sense ways to living. And now we have to just bring back common sense with fancy phrases so Gen Z can feel superior to us on some level, right?
Did you see that thing, raw, what did they call it? Raw dogging time or something?
They're raw dogging. They're maxing. Gen Z, they max everything. Their looks maxing, and they're raw dogging all these things that we used to just call normal life and living back in our days.
They're like, look, I'm on a plane and I don't have any electronics.
Traveling?
Y'all did that.
Try a road trip without any of that crap, which we did plenty of.
With only 4 AA batteries.
You got the CD on rotation.
It ran out before we hit Iowa, you know?
Oh, man. Well, speaking of old times, man, there's awards for old things I didn't even know existed, but apparently someone's not getting that award, and that someone is Bill Maher. He's being blocked by the White House from receiving the Mark Twain Prize at the Kennedy Center. Poor Bill. Unbelievable. Reports have surfaced.
Didn't they tell the White House he does it for the people?
The people, you know? Mike. Of course. Well, he was selected for the prestigious 2026 Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, and this was going to be one of the last big humor awards before the venue is being shut down for 2 years for renovation, but the White House quickly stepped in and shut it down, according to The Atlantic and multiple sources connected to the Kennedy Center. Maher had been offered the award, but They are now indicating that it was the support was pulled by President Trump within hours of the story breaking. Bill Maher, announced by Carolyn Leavitt at the White House, the secretary, she said, Bill Maher will not be getting this award.
Oh, it's terrible.
Trump is petty, like you think. It's because Bill has been ragging on his dinner he had with Trump.
Well, at first he was really cool about it, and then I think he got too much shit, and he had to backtrack. You know,
Bill Maher though was all over the interwebs this week, not because of him, but because of his guest this week on his show on Club Random, which was Jerry O'Connell, the star of Sliders himself, our favorite show from the 90s, Mike. You remember Jerry O'Connell,
dude,
right?
Jerry O'Connell was in everything in the 90s.
And then what happened to this guy? Did you see this interview that was going around all week?
I saw the clips, yeah.
Are you down with it? Do you want to get down with it a little?
I felt bad when he talked about like his wife and daughter, like, you know what I mean, attacking him.
Basically beating the crap out of him for being sensical during the election night. We all saw it going down. We'll do a little bit of it here.
I'm going to tell you about a bit of, I say this, will I stay married? Blow it over here. My,
sounds like you're
That's
going to
the whole
blow
reason
it
I
over
like
here.
this
the
clip.
night of the election, this third one,
Yeah.
third election. Everyone knows what I'm talking about here.
What I love about this is Jerry O'Connell is so left that he makes Bill Maher seem masculine in this clip.
I know.
That's
how
what's
funny
so
is
crazy about this. Like, Jerry O'Connell's basically a
So
woman.
funny. And he's a big guy, dude.
But like, even Bill Maher's like, you're gonna blow it over there. Like, Bill Maher's like the man in this clip, dude. Compliments to the Vigilant Fox for this clip, though. I like the
Bill
clips
Maher's
that they
probably
rock
like,
out there.
that's why he's got that bravado, because he's in Hollywood. So I bet you he goes to a lot of parties where he is he's the only one that didn't suck a dick, so he is by default like the manliest man.
Dude, and like by default, if you're anti-woke, you're manlier than all the other
Good
dudes
call.
deep crossing their legs in the room, pretending to
getting
like
beat up by
clutch
their
their pearls
wives.
over. Yes, dude, yes.
Crying about it on your podcast.
Or worse, your wife is part of the lawsuit against Harvey Weinstein, right? Gavin Newsom.
Because she slept with him more than once, and then asked him for career advice, and then asked him for donations.
So, like, I don't know, man. Like, when you are Bill Maher, and these are the people you have spending time with, you know, and the company that you have, like, I mean, I don't know. You were the manliest guy there. It's crazy.
So.
I was watching late at night the returns, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Trump was going to win. I live in California. I didn't think he was going to win. From what I was hearing,
I didn't either.
I thought he was going to win.
No,
this is where I live, you know?
No.
His leg crossed so deep, he does it at the ankles. That's amazing, man. I've never seen this one, dude.
I said something along the lines of like, there was no planning. This is what they get. There should have been a primary. I said something along those lines, you know, like I was just spitballing ideas as to, it was a shock, you know. My wife and daughters, without saying anything, became physical with me.
Excuse me?
They were filled with rage.
So glad I'm not a Democrat. You're such a pussy.
Oh, man. Filled with rage,
What
dude.
a pussy.
Jerry, that's called propaganda. And you and your family were propagandized and brainwashed by legacy media to feel rage at the outcome of a political election that is controlled by a uniparty. It's controlled by like 12 families on the international scale.
We're in Iran.
I know. No,
We're
that's
in
what I'm
Iran. We're in Iran. Who won? We were going into Iran.
Hey, all you groypers out there, America First, MAGA people, all you MAGA stands, everybody on the left, the Kamala voters, I hate to break it to all of you. The neocon uniparty won. We're in World War III. It doesn't even matter. And you know what never stopped? The chemtrails, right? So it's the same. Meet the new boss. Same as the old boss, dude. It's always the same freaking story, dude. Did anything change between Bush and Obama? Nothing, dude. Literally nothing changed, man.
We droned way more people under.
Oh, right.
Come on, Frank.
That's right. How could I forget,
we
man?
like 4 more countries under Obama. Dude. What are you talking about?
I love how we're at this point with Trump, but he still hasn't bombed as many countries, I think, as Obama. Or did we talk about this? I think he's got one extra on Obama now with Iran.
He still hasn't bombed as many. He still hasn't deported as many people. He's
even with the school in Iran, he's bombed less weddings than Obama is, if I'm to understand what's going on.
Killed less girls. Still killed less girls than Dorico Augustus or whatever the guy.
Never forget, man. Never let him live it down, dude.
Those chemtrails.
Oh man, absolutely, dude. Well, speaking of the chemtrails, man, I stumbled on a great website. This week, and they did some fantastical chemtrailing to the point where even a local representative, one of my all-time faves, Lauren Babert, I like to say, Wing, decided to tweet out there, my man. I can't even believe it. Look at this from Lauren Babert herself. If you know, you know. Tweeting out a shot of the chemtrails streaking across the sky. We got wrecked with the chemtrails here this week. But I saw some stuff floating around out there, and I thought this was pretty interesting. It's a website. Anyone else can check it out. It's srm360.org, and it is a website that kind of chronicles all the solar radiation management operations that have been going on throughout the last couple decades or so. It has a really fantastic graph if you scroll down and check it out here, and it gives a time frame starting in 2008 all the way to 2030, and the various different programs that have either gone on or are continuing to go on or will begin at some point. Some of them went on in the early aughts there, little bit of a break during when it looks like Trump was president, and then right around when Joe Biden took office, looks like we really kicked things into gear there in 2021. You can see on the side of the graph, on the left side, you have the different acronyms and what have you for some of these programs. One of them, my favorite acronym, SATAN, or you may know that as Satan. Yeah, that's right. Satan was an engineering program. On the right side of the graph, they show you whether or not it was scientific in purpose or an engineering program. Satan was a solar radiation management engineering program that they did in the UK for 2 years, from 2021 to 2023. It is allegedly no longer active. You can see currently we're experiencing Cloud Lab, which is for scientific purposes for creating clouds over the oceans. And then my favorite, though, is at the bottom here, which is Stardust. It's the only one of all the operations that is undisclosed for its reasons.
Depopulation.
Well, I did a little quick Google on Stardust Solutions, and Stardust Solutions, ongoing currently, as you can see from the graph, it is a stratospheric aerosol injection operation. Stardust Solutions, a U.S.-Israeli startup.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I know. Founded in 2023, developing solar radiation management technology to combat climate change by reflecting sunlight away from the Earth. The company raised $75 million in funding, including a record $60 million Series A round in October 2025 by investors such as Lower Carbon Capital, XOR, AWZ Ventures, all linked to Israeli intelligence and military networks. Yeah, that's right, folks. So when I kind of joke that I think maybe the Jews are blocking our sun and poisoning us with chemtrails, I might not be joking too much. I think maybe possibly the Jews are blocking our sun and spraying us with chemicals. But we're living in a funny time right now, and I think I can maybe close it out if you're willing to ride with me on this last piece here this week. Crazy stuff, man. They thought, let's do World War III, and in the undercurrent of World War III, let's just secure the rights to alien.gov website, not stir up anything or create any dust here.
It's nothing.
Nothing to see here. Alien.gov, Mike. Pretty explosive stuff. The U.S. has officially registered the domain aliens.gov and alien.gov, sparking massive speculation about an impending disclosure about extraterrestrials and unified unidentified aerial phenomenon. This is cool stuff, huh? Yeah, I think it's coming, man.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't think we're getting anything. It's gonna be the Epstein files.
Oh, dude, you're psycho. I was gonna say we're gonna get something when the next Epstein files drop, right? Because
no, Epstein files is over.
It's
That's
over
done.
for sure. It's
That's
absolutely over. What's interesting? I don't know if you saw this though. This week, apparently, rocket scientist and Air Force general linked to UFOs vanished over the past 6 months under similar but strange circumstances.
Damn.
This, I think, is kind of weird and a little more odd, made by the fact that we're signing on to some websites where we're going to disclose alien technology.
Or maybe these guys went rogue and they're hiding. And so now the government's like, we got to get ahead of this.
Dude, very possible. So apparently, a retired Air Force Major General with deep ties to UFO research vanished without a trace. He left his phone and his wallet in his home, and they claim he went for a trail jog, but his wife left and his stuff was there. So they're saying he went on a trail hike or whatever, but like, God, they took him from his house, right? Like, we know what's going on here, man, right? 68-year-old William Neil McCaslin. He's a former rocket scientist and commander at bases that are known to be linked to classified programs. So he allegedly went on a trail run, disappeared from his Albuquerque home in New Mexico. And then also on top of it, this lady vanished who had worked with this McCaslin guy on one of his top secret programs, apparently. So 6 months apart, both disappeared on trails. They're actually saying this is potentially like a national security issue because this guy has some secrets. He might be, maybe the Chinese got him. Who knows, man?
Oh, the Chinese.
So McCaslin is well known, I guess, in the UFO community. You and I don't really get down too dirty with the UFO stuff, but apparently he's kind of known as like a gatekeeper to a lot of this information. He's been partnered up with Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 and his whole kind of to the stars thing, and that whole thing with the Luis Elenzado dude with the weird soul patch thing.
I hate that guy.
I don't trust anyone with a highly accentuated soul patch. I'm sorry, but like if you are rocking just the soul patch and it's really prominent, I got a lot of questions about what you're up to. All right, like you're in the CIA. I don't care what you want to tell me, but
if anything, I don't trust your decisions. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna seriously doubt your accusations, all right? Because first and foremost, we're starting with the soul patch, all right?
First question: you thought that was a good idea when you looked at it? Now I can't trust your judgment.
And if you call it a flavor saver, I'm out. All right, I'm not even hanging.
You know he does.
No.
So gross.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. They're signing up websites, alien.gov. Trump is saying we have disclosure. Steven Spielberg, known insider. They claim Close Encounters of the Third Kind was a real movie based on real events. Just they played it off as Spielberg and his creative mind. And now he has his movie this year, Disclosure, literally called Disclosure, coming out. And you know what Hollywood does?
Damn.
They Hollywoodize a phrase so that way when you go Google the conspiracy, only the Hollywood stuff comes out, right? So you want to go Google up Disclosure, you're going to get Steven Spielberg and his new movie popping up for 3 pages on Google, right? So that's how they do it, man. So I don't know. You add all that in, and then all of a sudden, recently too, some MIT scientists who are dealing with anti-gravity tech were shot in their homes by alleged mass shooters. And you got these 2 rocket scientists and Air Force veterans disappearing on hikes. The lady who disappeared was on a hike with a companion who claims he turned around and she just disappeared in the thin air. So like, yeah, dude, I'm serious, man. They literally say the chick just disappeared on the hike. And the guy's like, I don't know what happened. Right? So, dude, I'm telling you, man, something's going to come out.
That
You're
was
right
a
on
weird MIT. That was like, it was like an assistant professor or something
a couple months ago
school who went to MIT, came back to MIT and shot.
he shot the school and then drove to the dude's house, right, and killed the guy.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
And they swept that one, dude. That was one of the random shootings where they didn't even pretend it was a white guy. They're like, no, we gotta bury this one real quick.
Bomb Iran. Bomb Iran. Yeah, that was seriously.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. It is interesting that we are going down the path of some level of disclosure. Representative Luna was on Real Time with Bill Maher this Friday, and in the overtime, she kind of alluded to there's some disclosure coming that she keeps saying in all the interviews she has seen stuff in her SCIF meetings where it brings to light biblical stuff or the fact that, who's the random biblical guy? The Book of Enoch is actually true, and we're ruled over by like super alien, angelic, demon-like entities and all this stuff. So, I don't know. If something is going to be disclosed, just like with Epstein, they're going to muddy that water as much as possible with everything. Yeah. I mean, we're going to get flat Earth, hollow Earth. Everything is going to come out, and then you're going to be left with what we got with Epstein, which is you have an email where Bill Gates probably really is like, I need a penicillin to give to my wife because I banged those prostitutes that were underage. And also in the same breath, you got George W. Bush talking about eating babies and dismantling children. Me personally, I think it's all true. But you know what I'm saying? They mix and meddle and mingle, and they do it on purpose so that way the outrageous, imaginative, fantastical stuff is in there with the real stuff, and you can't parse through it. You have no idea, and we'll never know. So that's what'll happen with aliens.
Oldest trick in the book.
That's right, man. But
CIA book.
I look forward to our alien overlords, and we will pay them respect, and whatever currency they look to pay future podcasters, we shall accept. Just like we respect and cherish our relationship to our current Jewish overlords, we accept silver and shekels. Hanukkah, absolutely. That's right. Matzah ball. And then also to our future overlords, our Chinese overlords, Konnichiwa, Jinkuya, and Hiroshima. We accept yen as well here on the Dude Man podcast.
I realized I know 0 Jewish terms.
That's why I said matzah ball. I thought that covered everything there.
Shalom.
Hanukkah, matzah ball, right? Yeah.
Shalom, right? That's the...
Shalomi. Yes, absolutely. To all our Jewish brethren out there, yarmulke, and
I don't think I could wear the yarmulke. Man.
I know. At this point, we accept any kind of payment as a donation. I mean, it's hard to pay for
even Dogecoin. Yeah,
even Dogecoin. Hey, with the way gas prices are about to explode, we'll take anything here. Shekels, indeed, folks. So, Mike, do we have anything else to get to? Are we out of time? Is it time to rock and roll?
I think we're about done there.
We've seen it all. We've talked about it. We covered it all. We did aliens. We did Epstein.
Unless you want to shit on LeBron James.
Oh, you know what? We'll close out with one. Actually, so because funny. this kind of caps off
LeBron, dude. It's like every other day you see another clip of him flopping. Nobody touched him.
I have endless clips of him flopping even just this week, but he's getting more accolades and rewards because nobody has played into their 40s like he has. And on top of it, nobody has also not been touched like he has in his career. Like, the guy's never actually genuinely been fouled, but he has the most replays of him on the ground holding himself like he has been fouled horrifically. So here we go. This says it all. This ends the GOAT debate. If we're talking GOAT, it's either between Jordan and Kobe in my book, but it's Jordan all the way. But you know what? If you were to bring it up with Jordan himself, he would tell you to go pound sand. There's no conversation to be had.
I'm not here campaigning for the best player in the world or in the history. I'm not saying that, because everybody plays differently in different areas.
If I was the GM of a franchise that was starting up and I had the #1 pick, I'd take me.
Start comparing, who's the best of all time. I never can accept that role. There's a lot of old guys that influenced my game.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
Oh my God.
And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
Oh my God. Care about being called the greatest basketball player ever. Does that matter? Do you want that?
I don't want it in a sense because I think it disrespects Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, all the guys that prior to me, I never had a chance to play against. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, It's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows.
GOAT. What are you talking about?
Stop playing with me.
Stop playing with me, man. That's what I do, man.
In his
it's so terrible.
In his backyard, it's what he do. He's the GOAT, the GOAT, LeBron, man. I love that. Zero footage of Jordan talking about how he's number one. No, but we have lots of footage of Jordan hugging that trophy. Six versions of that, actually,
yeah.
LeBron. Yeah, man. And how many of LeBron minus the
don't count
bubble
22?
season
Yeah,
do we have?
fuck
Yeah,
that
exactly,
one,
dude. Also,
COVID bubble.
Jordan never had to take his talents to South Beach to join forces with his other hyper talented super friends.
Yeah. When you look at this guy on Twitter was breaking down the stats, and when you look at it, like LeBron, you can't take credit for those for those championships,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yes,
it was equal team effort.
Yes, man, absolutely, totally. And I don't know, and the coaching, I don't know, everything, and the fact that the NBA probably rigged it in your favor would be my guess.
100%.
Because that's how it works, man. They do it all for the ratings, man.
Just the flopping alone, dude. There's no videos of Jordan flopping like that. Did you see that one the other day where he like he doesn't react when the guy is next to him. He's already like practically on the ground, and then he like grabs his head. He's like, "Oh my god!" Like, he got hit in the face.
Bro, it was the most recent one, I think, actually, that happened, which is what makes it so funny, honestly.
But yeah, it like just happened this week.
Yeah, no, each week. I'm not exaggerating. Like, he needs to get out of the league because the only replays we're going to be left with of LeBron will be him flopping in perpetuity. Like, that's just how he rocks, man.
Dude, remember we talked about it after we saw him in Denver.
Yes.
I'm so glad people are calling it out. He doesn't play defense. He
doesn't play basketball, dude.
He just leaves them hanging and waits for them to, hopefully get a rebound and toss it to him.
No, he literally doesn't play anymore. He waits back for the replay so that way he can be on the highlight reel. That's his whole thing, dude. It's unbelievable, man. He's a fraud. He'll always be a fraud. And Hollywood's a fraud. One last thing before we go. This weekend was the Oscars. It was a big, fat Dudley, dude. Ratings.
I lost
down
9%,
man. Mike, you lost out, dude. I knew they couldn't give that piece of crap Sinners the best picture. They gave it to the other piece of crap.
Sinners was way better. Listen, that piece of crap Sinners was way better than that piece of crap Battle After Battle, dude.
Well, Mike, the other night I was staying in the yard. I was watching the sunset, and I turned to look, and there was a squirrel watching the sunset with me. And I pumped into the AI system. I said, "Give me Squirrel Man, and I'm going to send this to Marvel Studios. You guys got to upgrade a little bit. Get yourself a superhero the whole world has asked for here." That's right, man. Come on. Give us the Squirrel Man, dude. Yeah, that's right, dude. Yes, Squirrel Man himself. Brought to you by Marvel Studios. Look, I got the joint in hand and the squirrel. I'm ready to rock. And I think, unfortunately, Mike, I lost you on the sound. I got nothing here, man. Oh, my God. It's because Marvel controls all, and they wanted to stop me from pushing my new idea. Squirrel Man, coming to theaters near you. He's racist, but he's friendly. He's an anti-hero, right, Mike? All right, well, folks, thanks for hanging out, enjoying the good times, great oldies. I wonder if I can get Mike to come back on some level. Are you there now? No sound. Unbelievable, man. It's DJ Rodfather. That's the biggest bummer of them all because we expected you to have something lined up, something juicy, something rad, something really fun. That means it's up to me to put something on here to close it out, folks. I want to thank you all for hanging out with us. It was another good one. We covered it all for the most part. We will be back here, same time, same place. I hope Mike improved his sound quality for our number one fan out there. We'll keep working on that. And until next week, enjoy your week. Hopefully we avoid World War III nuclear annihilation. I know that that's kind of top of mind for everybody, but same time, same place on Sunday. DJ Frankfather here is going to play us out. That's right. Watch the skies for those chemtrails, people. They're spraying us like bugs. We will see you on the flip side. Enjoy your Sunday. Yes!
And all I can do is just pull some teeth for two and speak my point of view, but it's not sane. It's not sane. I just want someone to say to me, oh, 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 oh. I'll always be there when you wait. You know I like to keep my cheeks dry today. So stay with me and I'll have it made. And I don't understand why I sleep all day. And I start to complain that there's no rain. And all I can do is read a book to stay awake. And it rips my life away, but it's a great escape. Escape. Escape.